live. Okay.
Are we live?
Let's find out. And I can never remember if we use OBS or I don't think we use this.
I'm not seeing live yet on here. So it's waiting for the magic pads.
Okay. Maybe I have to. Well, it says this thing says we're live 27 seconds in. There's 12 people watching. Hey, everyone.
Are we live? I'm not seeing on the app.
I wonder if I have to click on this thing. Start streaming.
It's always the thing. Oh, here we go. Something's happening.
Oh, okay. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, no, we don't want to do that.
Wait, hold on. Still nothing.
Well, it wouldn't be a Magic Dads podcast if we didn't have problems.
I can guarantee it's not doing anything, so we'll start doing something else. Let's start streaming.
That's what I tried to do, and it says it gives me this.
Oh, here we go. We see and hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Don't touch anything.
I know, right? Okay. Oh, there we go. Now.
Yay!
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
It's been a long time.
All right, I'm just making sure I see it on my side over here.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi from Sussex, UK. Hello. What time is it over there right now?
It's 8 hours ahead, I think.
Oh, okay. So
7 hours.
Okay. So it is only 10 a.m. here. So that's why we thought it'd be fun to do this like brunch style.
Yeah.
We're not eating anything, but we thought this is a good time for us to kind of start our day with this. Yeah, we are gonna have mimosas.
Yes. So we'll do some brunching.
Oh yeah, it's 6 in the evening in the UK.
Okay, so 8 hours. There we go. Okay. All right, we're good. We're live. I no longer have to monitor anything.
Alrighty.
So how's everyone doing today?
All right, we're seeing some things coming in. Okay, and you can hear us all, which is great because we're using our new microphone. Let's see.
Massachusetts, more from UK. Wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
Discovered y'all during COVID and just had you guys pop back up on my page after a few years. Been so fun to see the growth of the page and how grown up Caleb is now. Yeah, he just had his birthday.
Big.
He just had his 7th birthday. Yeah, he also had simultaneously he had a growth spurt. I feel like for some reason his growth spurt always it's very delayed. It's like more like 6 months later. But yeah, he's definitely, we had to go get him some new clothes.
6 months later.
Yeah, like he goes through his growth spurt like in Christmas time.
Okay. I don't know. Mike buys the clothes, so I guess. I just buy the fun clothes, and I'm like, I think this will work.
Yeah, you do. So, all right.
Well, I'm going to pop it open then.
Let's start with some champagne and get this going. We did create some topics that we want to talk about.
Just a loose guide. It's not structured.
Yeah.
Hopefully this thing doesn't pop in my face. Like, if you know, you know. That was New Year's Eve, right?
Yes, it was. And it was the Lady Gaga Dom Perignon champagne.
Yeah.
So, one of the reasons, we're doing this live for a few reasons. The first one being, obviously, it's been forever. I can't honestly remember the last time we did a live. I meant to go on the channel and look, but I ran out of time. Good.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just kept wanting to do one. And then it was just like, I say this in every video. It's so frustrating. But I'm like, we're so busy. We've had so much going on. But it's true, you know? Caleb's back in school, and he's going to be starting a new activity tomorrow. I'll let you talk about that since that was your idea.
There you go.
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, here's this one.
I serve you first. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we talk about busy, it really is busy. So you all know that I started a new job not too long ago, but it does require me to go to California Tuesday through Thursday every week. So, you know, when I'm home, we're not really like doing a whole like structured vlogging or anything like that, right? So it's mostly about just spending time with the family, catching up while I've been gone for a few days. So, you know, I think I'm gonna skip the juice.
Oh,
yeah, we'll put that up there. I'm gonna have a different kind of mimosa, just champagne.
all right. Well, cheers to all of you. Cheers. Oh, that's very good. All righty.
It's been a while since we've had Bub.
Just kind of loosen us up. I'm a little nervous right now.
Why are you nervous?
We haven't done this in so long.
All right, well, let's just talk about it. So Caleb is going to be starting something new. So, you know, we tried doing soccer and just in general, this is talking about an activity for him. So we tried doing soccer when was that? He was young, like
Yeah,
4 years
little,
old or something like that. And unfortunately, like he started midway through the practice season, so he wasn't like a part of the team right from the get-go.
No, he only missed like one thing.
Well,
he missed one.
It was enough that people knew
rehearsal, practice.
It was enough that they knew each other, and he was a new one, so he gets a little shy with that. So soccer was not his thing, and I think we kind of come to the conclusion that maybe team sports is not him right now. Maybe he'll do that later on.
It's funny too, because I come from a big soccer family. Like my sister is huge into soccer. She's always played like club soccer, traveled around and stuff. And now her kids all play soccer. And I even tried to get them to come out with us, like to hype Caleb up. And he was just not about it.
Your mom and dad came out, the whole thing. So he was just, nope, not doing it. Yeah. So
if he sets his mind to like, he doesn't want to do something, it's not going to happen.
He could be stubborn. So anyhow, all this is to say that we thought an individual activity is going to be much more his speed. So anyhow, tomorrow he's going to do a trial for jiu-jitsu. So martial arts, it's a place called Gracie Barra, and I think they're national, so you probably see them everywhere. But he's been hyping himself up, like watching like Three Ninjas, if any of you guys know that old classic. But he's pretty excited about it. I think we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah. See.
And then, of course, he likes to do like a lot of tumbling as well. So the next thing will be gymnastics. So we have a couple things planned out for him. So he's now in first grade. He's 7 years old. I think it was important for us to get into activity beyond the school.
Yeah,
right?
I think so too.
So not to mention that now we're homebound more than what we've ever have been, because we used to be able to just depart, once a month to Disney World. Yeah. Now we have to be responsible parents and not have a truancy letter come home that he's missing school.
Right. But also because of like Skylar as well too.
Yeah.
We got Skylar like in October, I think, of last year. So we're approaching a year into, we don't travel as much anymore.
Yeah. So we got her a week right before Halloween, because everybody met her during Halloween. But here in August, it's been pretty busy. So speaking of Skylar, she just celebrated her birthday. Yeah. Caleb just celebrated his birthday. Mike just celebrated his birthday. So it's been a month of birthday celebrations. Yeah. So it's been an eventful couple weeks for us.
All right. So we got some comments here.
See, someone remembered the Poppy and the Champagne video. Mango martini full. It was without injury, but it was close to one.
Jen says, back from hosting our newly turned 11-year-old son, Eli's football party. My husband and I are exhausted. 10, 11-year-old boys have so much energy. Yeah, I have a feeling it's just going to get crazier as he gets older.
Yeah. So you already saw on the vlog, Caleb's theme was Hulk, which it took us a while to figure out what he was saying.
Yeah, we thought for the longest time he was saying Hook. And I'm like, Hook?
Like Captain Hook? He it didn't make any sense to us. So eventually he's like, no, the big green guy. Like, oh, okay.
I think it's because he watches the Disney Junior show, the Amazing Spidey. Yeah. And I think they just pronounce it a little differently or something.
Probably.
I don't know.
But anyhow, it was fun. He had a good time with that. But yeah, that party was like nonstop. Talking about being exhausted. Like again, we were in Arizona. You guys saw the vlog. It's hot outside, but those kids had a great time. They kept their parents outside. Yeah. It was nonstop water sliding activities the whole time.
It was funny. So we vlogged that if you saw that video. But one of the things I mention it is that I can't really like throw the camera around because there's like other kids around and there's people here. But we had like a full house. And outside, I did point out in the video when I was getting the patio ready that we had like misters and stuff. Yeah. When you put those misters on and we were serving drinks outside, everyone was like super relaxed.
Yeah, it was comfortable out there. So like, again, for everybody who was here, they're all Arizonans, so they know how to survive. Yeah. So it was, the misters like drop it down 15 to 20 degrees.
Well, I went out then I sat down and I was like, oh, wow, this isn't bad at all. Yeah. This is fine. But we had some people who like, because with the kids party, we set a time where like it's from 11 to 1. But we had some people who were like, I'm so sorry, we're overstaying our welcome. I was like, oh, please, it's fine. Yeah. We're having a great time. We have the slide till 4.
It was also, not to say this, but the kids that Caleb really gets along with at school were the ones that kind of hung out a little bit longer. Yeah. So it made sense, right?
But yeah, it was just very comfortable outside. Everyone was just chilling out, having a great time. So it was a great party.
And the weekend before, Mike had a staycation. So you had your little celebration.
Yeah.
Somebody asked when my birthday is. Mine is in December. So I get the winter birthday and you guys get the summer birthdays.
Yeah. So I think I saw someone saying what we're drinking. We have mimosas. So that's what we're doing.
I'm doing just champagne.
Sunday brunch.
So this was just an essence of orange juice in my champagne.
I like to add the orange juice, especially like a good amount, because I feel like it gives me my vitamin C.
What's justification? Oh, cool. So someone's son's first soccer game, he scored the first goal in the wrong net. That's awesome. But hey, it's success. Good for them. They're probably wondering why no one was stopping them.
So, okay, I have this list. I keep like looking, my eye keeps gravitating to our list.
Well, hold on. I want to say someone did get the reference of Three Ninjas. So again, we are such like a nostalgic family. Like Mike and I, we hold on to some memories of our childhood. Mm-hmm. So it was a Pizza Hut night. We put on Three Ninjas. Yeah. Caleb absolutely loved it. And he's like, no, I'm going to learn martial arts so I can defend our house against the bad guys. And I'm going to put some soap on the floor so they get all slippery. I'm like, do you remember this movie, kid? Yeah.
It's funny, too, because I always see these like things that come up on my Instagram where it's saying, like, as for parents, don't try to force your child, to live the same childhood you lived, you know. But it's like, I feel like every time we show Caleb one of our like movies, he loves it. Yeah. But we watched like just this past summer. Well, I mean, he's seen movies like Labyrinth and The Neverending Story before, and he's liked them. Like when we have them on TV, it captivates his interest. And so when I saw it was playing at the movie theater for like $5, I was like, let's go do this. And he sat there. I mean, he loves any chance to go to the movie, get some popcorn and a soda.
But yeah, we definitely we don't force only our content on him, right? But we also know that he would appreciate it. So he loves Goonies, he loves those kind of movies. E.T., like he definitely he loves the original War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
we love this kid. He's an old soul, I guess. So
it's funny though, because he very much remembers certain things in those movies, because in the original War of the Worlds, it takes a while before any of like the alien invasion kind of stuff starts happening. Yeah. And there's a part where there's like what do they call when they're the not hoop-de-doo style dancing, like whatever you call that.
Yeah.
And he was like, Dad, I really like this movie, but I always forget you have to watch a lot of dancing first. Square dancing. I think there's a square dancing scene or something.
That's hilarious.
But so we've got a Disney World trip coming up, and I was just looking at the calendar. It's less than a month. Actually, yeah, a month from now we'll be home already. But
yeah. So we're going out the 1st of October. That's his second week of fall break. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We're going to be doing Typhoon Lagoon, which Caleb's like, it's October. It's going to be cold. I'm like, it's Florida, bud. We're going to be good. And if it's cold, we'll just hang out in the cabana. So we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But Mike's doing some pre-planning on reservations and focus on where we want to eat. And you know us, all of our vacations circle around dining and dining reservations. Sure. But what one was it we were talking about yesterday?
That's what I want to talk about.
I mentioned like, hey, let's go do this. It's been a while since we did this, and it sounded good to us. What was the restaurant?
You've been wanting to go to.
Well, I want to go to Yak and Yeti. I love that.
I think that's the one you were talking about.
There was another one. I was saying like, hey, we keep on missing the moderate hotel restaurants, and you're like, oh, I like that one that was at bar at.
Yeah, so there's a place in Port Orleans, and it was. I think it's called. River Roost. No? Yeah, I think you're right.
River Roost?
I'm thinking Bar Riva at
that's Coronado.
Topolino.
Oh, yeah, Topolino.
Oh my God. We're bad. We're terrible at this. Riviera Resort.
Yes, okay.
Okay, I'm thinking of Bar Riva at Riviera Resort, but we went to this place called River Roost at Port Orleans. And that was one of those situations where we didn't have any reservations. We had just checked into the hotel. Yeah. I think we were there with our nephew. And it was kind of like, let's just eat here. It's fine. And we go in, and it was like nobody there.
Yeah.
And they had like this burger, and it was
They had sliders. They had
and
like great bar food.
Very like bourbon forward style drinks. Like it was very like it had a mood to it.
Yeah. And when we went there was Pappy on the bar, so I was happy. Yeah. So, no, it was it was very casual. So I'm not sure we should. We always build ourselves up and get disappointed on our previous experience. So we'll have to check the menu just to make sure.
I did, and there's no burger anymore.
Oh, no, I guess we could skip that. Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe we could ask you guys, like, what? I don't know why, but I always feel like I have some of the best memories when it's like a night like that where it's not planned. We just dive into this little place, and then it blows us away.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you guys have any suggestions of places like that. And I kind of want it to be like a lounge situation. I don't want to have to make a reservation.
Yeah, because what happens more often than not is we're doing a day at the park. Caleb's a little bit, tired or are hangry, so we're going there just to eat. We don't need a formal sit down thing.
Yeah.
We just need a little place just in the corner, just kind of relax.
Okay, Jill, you just said boat rides, and I think I do need to give that place another shot. We did not like it when we went. But that was a long time ago.
Was it a prefix?
No, it was
or
the
was
one.
It a skillet?
I think it was like an all you care to enjoy barbecue.
Okay, yeah.
Menu at the time.
Okay.
Maybe it's different now. I don't know. But
okay, we have confirmation. It is River Roost is the lounge, and boat rides is the sit down. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Bar Riva at the Riviera is my favorite. I went with our friends Josh and Taylor we went there right before Jollywood Nights. I was not really feeling it. I was kind of like, oh, is that where we're going? Okay. And then I was blown away. I thought it was great.
I've never been. I've only been there to order out something when we stayed there on opening weekend. But you did that. You guys, that was the first time you did the Skyliner too, right?
Yes.
I have still yet to do Skyliner because I always see it stopped and there's no air conditioning there. It's airflow. And since we've always pointed that out,
hot box.
Caleb always says, look, it stopped again. No matter what, it's stopping. We know it stops because it has to have handicapable access. So that's why it does stop. But to me, I'm just like, I would feel stuck and hot. And I don't think I could do that.
Millie, you say, I think you're going to miss us. You're going to Disney World in October. You're from the UK. We're going at the like Steve said, we're going at the very, very beginning. We're going October 1st, which also brings me to another point. We're going to miss our Halloween tradition. Usually our tradition is on October 1st to kick off Halloween season. We make French onion soup and we watch American Werewolf in London. So we're not going to be able to do that this year.
Right.
We'll be in Disney World. So that's a good trade-off.
I tried telling Mike, like, let's just do it a few days early. And he's like, no, it must be October 1st.
You can't mess with tradition.
Yeah. So apparently we're going to have to find a place in Epcot or somewhere to get French onion soup.
I was going to say, now we need to find the Moody Lounge for that first day. And it's got to have French onion soup on the menu.
You're adding way too many requirements here. I feel like French onion soup, though, is easy to find at Disney World.
I think it is.
Yeah. We always get really good French onion soup. I love the French onion soup at Chef de France.
I don't know if I've ever had it there. I've had it at Steakhouse 77.
So sometimes it could be like a little sugary. Like you ever get the like how sugary it can be sometimes. I don't like sugary French onion soups.
Yeah.
Like yours is very brothy and flavorful. A lot of umami flavors.
But we are approaching our soup season now that we are officially in September because it's already the 8th already. I usually like to make around the 5th. That's when I do the first one, and it's always chicken tortilla soup. And that sounds very, very good.
You said the 5th? It's the 8th.
On the 15th, like mid-September.
Oh, I thought you said 5th.
I like to kick off the first soup.
Soup season. All right, so other people are saying Bar Riva's awesome. Where did I see? Territory Lounge. We've been at Territory Lounge before.
We have? I've never even heard of it.
It's the one that's at Wilderness Lodge.
Oh.
It's like right off to the side before you get to.
That's what it's called?
I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that, and it's right before you get to the Snow White restaurant,
that's.
Oh my gosh!
I literally just had it in my head, and the second you said it was the Snow White restaurant, I lost it. Artist Point.
So I think Territory Lounge is right before Artist Point. Can anybody confirm that? I'm pretty sure, but
I just don't remember that name. I must have. Three Bridges is the one at Coronado.
I love Three Bridges because we have a story for that. So yeah, I'm correct. All right, cool. So Three Bridges is where the first time I ever dined there was ordering out food because I had Caleb and you were in the hospital.
And then I had heat stroke.
Yeah. And then I was somewhat annoyed with Mike because like we literally just got the food and he's like, come pick me up. I'm like, oh, but we just got the food.
Well, it's because I was just stuck in the hospital and I was waiting there all day. And I just remember being like, I probably could have just sat down in some shade and drank some water and been fine. But you got to wait for the doctor to come in at that point. And then it was like, I just didn't know when I was going to be released.
So one of the things that we learned that we should definitely tell all of you is that we knew that Mike wasn't feeling good in the parks.
Yeah.
And then we left. And then you thought you were going to have like a recovery moment where you could just like go in the hotel room, chill out and do all that stuff. We should have just like flagged down security and say, we have an emergency medical situation going on.
I thought about that afterwards. I was like, I should have just like dropped to the ground and had cast members come run over, or just gone to the first aid station.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Yeah,
because they can diagnose this stuff much faster than you having to see a doctor. It took like 6 hours to see a doctor, and they basically just confirmed, "Yep, you're dehydrated."
Yeah, drink some water.
Yeah, so definitely don't just try to muscle through it. Just go take care of yourself. So that's something we learned with that one.
Yep. And I'll never forget. The doctor told me. It's because when she heard I was from Arizona, she was like, "Yeah, it's very different here in Orlando because it's so humid. You don't feel like you're dehydrated, or you don't feel thirsty. You don't feel dehydrated."
Right. And you know what? Honestly, the other thing that's ruined it for us, this whole heat stroke situation, was the final food booth that we were doing for the festival was in Italy, and Italy is just not great. So now we have a vendetta against Italy and the food festival because that's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. So looks like it was Territory Lounge. So that's what it's called. Okay.
Yeah, cool. But Three Bridges was really good. So, and I also like that you could do mobile ordering. So you can mobile order out too. So because reservations you can't get reservations. You have to just show up there.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think.
I don't think so.
Okay.
There wasn't that availability when we stayed there originally. It may have changed.
Okay. So, but someone was asking how long our trip is. It's like a full week. We're going to be up there for a full week. We leave, like Steve said, on the 1st, and then we do Mickey's Not So Scary on the 3rd. It's that Thursday night, and then the very next day we do, which is Friday, we'll do Typhoon Lagoon. So we have a lot of fun stuff going on.
Yeah, and we're going to be able to hang out with Josh and Taylor this time too. Yeah. So
they're always traveling.
Tuesday through Sunday. So October 1st through the 6th.
Yeah.
Okay. You should try the burger at Victoria Falls at Jumbo House. I love Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah, me too. I was wanting to go back to Sanaa because I want that bread service. I haven't had it in a long time.
We try to replicate it at home. It's
never
not quite the same.
Are you going to take another shot at a cruise? So this is kind of funny. Caleb, when I was talking to Caleb about how he was going to have Labor Day weekend. I was like, yeah, you're going to have a day off from school. It's going to be a long weekend. He was like, can we go on a cruise? I was like, no, we're not going on a cruise.
We're not going to be able to just hop in a cruise just right then. But yeah, I'm all about doing another cruise.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. We had a great time.
The issue that I always have is I don't want to plan that far out. And I know you kind of have to do it because cruises, like they're starting to do the 2025 fall itineraries right now. Like, I don't know why I can't even wrap my head around thinking about a vacation next year.
Yeah.
I guess it's easier to budget for it. You can plan out your payments all throughout this entire time. So it's probably a little bit more affordable to do it that way. But we're just like, what's in front of us? What's going to happen in the next 3 months? Someone did confirm that the Le Chef de France has good French onion soup.
Oh, okay.
All right. So someone says they never feel hot on the Skyliner. So I'm totally okay with trying it for the first time in the winter. So we'll give it a shot then.
Yeah. So another thing I want to talk about, I wrote it down. We must have been talking about Epcot or something. I want to also talk about, because we got to make reservations for our Epcot dining, because I want to start a series on our channel of where we go around and we eat at every restaurant in Epcot. And I was looking it up a few weeks ago at this point, and we hit a snag because I thought it would be better if we started on one end, either Mexico or Canada. And the challenge for us is that we had to go around consecutively and we couldn't skip. But here's the problem. In the places like Japan, there are so many restaurants.
Yeah.
We'd be eating that style of food every single night.
That, or like we'll have to, because we do these trips like, 3 or 4 days, it would be 2 trips worth of just Japan eating, right? So I wonder if we should revise it. Should we actually do like all restaurants or more casual sit down restaurants?
See, that's the thing. That was my big thing. I was like, that's where you and I, we like our table service.
Yeah.
We're going to find any excuse to not have to go to a quick service. So I was like, this will keep us more accountable if we start on one end and we have to go consecutively around. Now, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe we go consecutively by country and then we just keep wrapping back around. So
one per
Canada, and then we do what's next? UK. And then we just move on.
Yeah.
So one restaurant there, and then we just keep going.
Okay. Fine by me.
Because like I said, I was looking at Japan and I was like, okay, so on Monday we're going to have, what do they call that when it's at the grill, like a benihana? Isn't there a term for it? Teppanyaki. Yeah. It's like, we're going to be eating teppanyaki like 3 nights in a row.
I honestly, I love the food in Japan, so I'm not complaining about it, but also like it'll get a little bit long on the tooth when you have to do that, plus teppanyaki, plus tukumtai. We're probably saying these things wrong, so I apologize for that, but I love it. I think it's fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so just wanted to put that out there, see what you guys thought about that. And also, we're still debating as to whether we want to start in Mexico or Canada, because generally we're team Mexico.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, so maybe for this challenge, we'll start on the other side. Which puts us at Le Cellier for our very first dinner, which I'm not upset about.
No, Le Cellier is great. Mm-hmm. But I also, I don't know why I'm just so like OCD about this. Like, I have an issue with going counterclockwise. Like, it's just the way my brain's working.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go in clockwise. It's more logical to me.
I would love to hear your take if you have the fish and chips at Rose and Crown. After having them at the Gordon Ramsay in Atlantic City, I thought the Rose and Crown was bland. Okay.
Rose and Crown?
Rose and Crown. Because there's Rose and Crown in UK, and then there's also the little fish shop right outside.
Yeah. I don't know. I got the fish and chips, and it's good. I know you can get the fish and chips.
And I had a bite of it, and I liked it.
Caleb ate almost all of my fish and chips.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure, like, didn't you get a shepherd's pie or something like that?
Oh, what did I get?
Because the shepherd's pie also sounds good. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know I got that green drink, and it was not good.
Yeah. I don't think we really like any of those, like, I don't know, those Disney all drinks or yeah. They just seem like they're just loaded up with sugar, like High C or whatever as the base. So, all right, we're not paying attention to some of the chats here, so let's see.
Oh, someone said I missed the meeting. Where's Caleb? He's in the other room right now. He's watching Disney Junior.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Looks like a couple of people have experienced heat stroke. So yeah, just again, make sure you're keeping an eye on yourself and also your loved ones. Mike, I noticed when I looked at Mike, like something's off, and you were being quiet for a while. I was like, something's off with him. Right? Did I do something upset him? Nope, the heat did. Any D23 announcements you're excited about? I'm excited about the new Villains Land.
I'm excited about all of it, honestly.
There are things I'm not excited about. I think that there's some lazy things that they're doing. Like, I don't know why they're doing a Pandora in Disneyland.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like, just, you have the opportunity to do something different, something new. There's no reason to carbon copy it.
Right.
And I get people like, well, we want to have the experience on the West Coast. I'm like, you can have a different experience. Like, even use the same ride vehicle and retheme it into something different. Mm-hmm. But I am excited. So I always thought Avenger Campus was very weak and very light. Yeah. That they're now adding some additional attractions there. That'll make it good. I'm a huge Marvel fan, so that'll be kind of cool for me. Yeah. So, because I think they really just try to leverage Mission Breakout as their big corner, like their landmark, which it's not. It was a Marvel originally. It was Twilight, and now they're just trying to retrofit it. So yeah. And I'm sorry, but the Spider-Man ride it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I remember we bought the expensive, like the pass for it that day, and I was kind of like, oh, that was it.
Yeah, we paid like $60 for our entire family just to get on.
I will do my second glass. Okay. I'm starting to loosen up. Starting to feel a little bit more comfortable.
But yeah, I'm really excited about the Villains Land area. I think that'll be a lot of fun because there's so much you can do with it. So there's gonna be rides, there's gonna be restaurants, there's obviously gonna be characters, meet and greets and stuff like that. And plus, like I love like kind of the dark part of Disney. It's always fun. That's why I like the Halloween season a lot.
I just saw someone's comment. This is so funny the way this is timed. Someone says, have you, Kimberly, you asked, have you thought of learning a new language as a family and then traveling to the said country? It would be an adventure. I literally just put in the donation box my Rosetta Stone for learning French because I did like one lesson of it and then never did it again. So someday I will learn French. And
you actually took French in high school.
I did, but I was a terrible student, you guys. I was awful. I couldn't tell you one thing.
What was your assigned French name? Was it Armand?
Mm-hmm.
Armand.
In French class, we had to choose names, French names, and that's what we went by in class.
Was that because of Interview with the Vampire?
I think so, yeah. I was like really into Interview with the Vampire. And I was like, oh, I think there's a vampire in France named Armand.
So I said teppanyaki. Someone said it's hibachi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, oh, we're going to be eating hibachi every single night if we do this. Oh, perfect comment, Steve. Disney is lazy lately. Universal isn't. Okay, so I'm very excited about Epic Universe.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of videos of that. And you guys, if you've been watching our channel, we're not huge Universal people. We went to Universal Studios for like the first time in years, just this past summer. But we have never, to this day, we've never gone to Orlando.
So I'm not sure that we're not big Universal people. We weren't a big fan of the Hollywood one because it was very small and the scale was pretty petite. Same exact word, Steve, small and petite. But it was just underwhelming.
Yeah.
Super Mario World was fun for Caleb, so we did that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Orlando is at much bigger scale.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can't say that we're not Universal fans. It's just that we are annual pass holders at Disney World. So we know how expensive it can get if you want to have an experience at Universal.
But I'm actually very excited to go to Universal. I would like to do that.
Well, you want to do Velocicoaster.
I do.
And I wouldn't mind doing Hagrid's.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. The one in Hollywood, the Hogwarts, there was only one cool ride. And then the Hippogriff one was kind of like
it's kind of like
Goofy's Barnstormer.
Yeah.
But
my sister and her family, they went to Universal as well, and they felt the same way. They were like, "This is like a half-day park. Like, we've done everything. This is kind of lame."
Like I said, it's expensive. So we paid upwards of over $1,000 for just our 3 people, our family, just to get that expedited access.
Yeah.
So someone said it looks like Mike likes table service more than Steve. I'm flexible.
Yeah.
I can go with it all. Like, I'm the one that says, let's do the food festival. And Mike's like, eh.
I'm like, oh God, I never find anything good there, you guys. I'm anti-food festival.
That is an outright lie. That is an outright lie.
And an unpopular opinion.
We love the Kahlua pulled pork sliders.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and you also do enjoy things in China. So I think it's just, maybe we've tried really bad things.
I think it's because I get very overwhelmed. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to do a food and wine festival. And then I get there and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many options. I don't know where to start. Yeah. And then I'm also the kind of person, I'll eat one thing and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of full now.
Yeah.
So there goes this video.
I think
we tried one thing.
I think what we need to do is we need to start ordering things and sharing them.
Yeah.
Them. Because you and I, we go to a booth and I'm like, I'm going to get this. You're going to get that. And like,
I was just watching, like, I watched the other vloggers doing festival. I'm like, how do they eat this much food? Like,
I think they all share.
My goodness.
But like, there's one thing I will not try that I'm seeing everybody try. It's like that extremely tasty but spicy hot wing. It's like the Carolina Reaper. I have no interest in that. That would destroy me.
Although I was just watching Mammoth Club. I can never remember their names.
Alan?
Molly.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem like it was that spicy for them.
Well, I think they had that dip. They had the sauce on it. So I'm sure if you like kind of do a good job of covering it up, it's kind of a good balance for it. Yeah. Okay. But still, like, it's hot outside and then you have something hot in your mouth. Like, I don't want that. We sound very funny.
Oh my gosh, this is funny. You're killing me, Smalls. As I said to Mike on Instagram, my wife keeps saying, okay, I was totally doing that in the video where I'm going over the food. Steve hated that video, by the way.
Oh, wow.
The Halloween food.
Whatever.
Like, what is this video? This is so boring. I'm like, I wanted to do this video. But in that video, I go like this a lot. I'm like, well, I do 2 things. I was like going like, okay, which is really annoying. I'm the first to admit it. And then there was one where, because I was sitting there editing and I'm like, what am I saying? And I'd be like, okay.
So in case you don't know, that's speak for Mike saying, I'm not about this.
Oh, that looks interesting.
That would have been that. Okay. Someone made a choice there. A choice was made.
But yeah, I say it so many times in that video. It's like the that one cooking video I did where I was like, I kept saying like, next we're gonna do or something like that.
I forget what it was.
I forget what it was too.
It's these weird tics that you don't realize you're doing until you actually have to edit yourself saying the same thing
the funny thing about the cooking video is I didn't even catch it when I was editing it. Like, how did that happen? And it wasn't until the video was live and everybody was watching it and someone made a joke and I forget what it was I was saying, but oh my God, I think I said it upwards of 40 times in that one video.
So are you now more aware of it? Obviously you don't remember the word anymore.
Yeah, I forget what it was.
Yeah, so he's not aware of it. But we're not doing those. So it's when you are by yourself, you're doing something, and I'm not there to like.
Yeah, I have to come up with ideas. Because I'm like, Steve's traveling, and we need to get a video out, you know. And so I'm like, what can I do? And I was actually sitting at my computer one day looking at the foodie guide, and I was like, I was basically doing exactly what I did in that video. And I was like, I kind of stopped. I was like, I should film this. I could just put a camera on me, screen record my computer, and then put that together in editing, and there's a video. But Steve hated it. He was like, this is the worst video we ever put out.
I didn't say that. Like, what I did say is, what is this video? I'm bored. That's what I said. But if we can't call each other out, then yeah, that's the whole point, right?
Mm. Well, I think I even made a comment in that video. I was like, if you're still watching this, I'm surprised.
I wasn't. I gave up. I think it was funny because you just kept on saying, and this is only during the party. This is during the hour. This is just us. Like, it was the same like speech over and over again. I was like, oh my gosh, this is repetitive.
This item is new. Halloween party only.
Thank you, talking head. Oh boy. Oh. All right. Someone was asking about our backyard grass. Where'd that go?
Our backyard grass is dead right now because of that water slide.
So my buddy and I were wondering about backyard grass area. Every time we see it, is that an Arizona thing or was that a pool that was filled in? So no, it was built for the grass. But yeah, we don't like a perfectly symmetrical grass like area, so it's not square. It's just kind of like a oasis style like curbing in there for our grass. We've always had grass because we've always had a dog, and then we had the period where we didn't, and now we have Skylar. So we're very happy we have grass.
Yeah.
And we have real grass. The synthetic grass is beautiful, but it can also get very, very hot here in Arizona. Even the grass by the temperature can get hot. And we don't want her to hurt her paws out there just trying to go potty or whatever. And we don't want Caleb to burn his feet when he's out there playing on the swing set. So. All right. So we did cover Disney being lazy. So there's that. I mean, again, it's like, isn't there Cars Land coming to Hollywood Studios?
There is, which I'm not excited about. I'm not excited about that one.
Why? We don't need to do that.
Yeah.
There is. I'm also. I'm a little bit on the fence. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't. But I don't like committing an entire ride to a movie. An entire
land.
An entire universe is okay. Like Star Wars, it makes sense because there's so much. Yeah. There's so much deep catalog there. But even like Pandora, like that was just one movie when they originally made that, and now they made the second one. But I'm kind of curious if they're kind of like they're almost committed to these movies because of these lands. So they're just trying to push out more content. But anyhow,
all right. Moving right along. We can always tell by Mike's face if he likes something or not. My husband and I look at each other watching and go, nope, Mike doesn't like it, but he's going to be nice about it. You know what's funny? You know who's really nice is Caleb. What was the last thing we filmed him? Caleb does not like giving a bad review to food. He is very sheepish. There's the one video that's already on the channel, but I think there's another one we filmed that I haven't put out yet where he took a bite of something and didn't like it. And he was just like, he does this thing.
He hides it.
He hides his thumbs down.
Yeah. Which also, it's fair because we're asking him to review these things in a restaurant. So he's also being, very polite and appropriate to everybody's working there. So
right.
All right. People did like the video. So.
Oh, okay.
We love you. Thank you for liking
it. I'll just go delete it right now.
No, don't.
So another thing that happened this week, Caleb went to the eye doctor.
Yeah.
And he's going to be getting glasses. So he wasn't excited about it. So I took a picture. So you were traveling and the lady was working with us and he got to try on these different frames and stuff. And he did not like this. He does not like the idea of getting glasses. And I took a picture of the ones he decided to wear so I could send it to Steve. And I was like, I would love to share this photo, but he's so unhappy. He's going to be embarrassed if I share this. So I didn't share it. But in the upcoming vlogs, you're going to be able to see him in glasses because he has actually really warmed up to the idea.
Yeah. So I don't know where he gets this, but he definitely has a thing about aesthetics. And he said, I don't want to look ugly with glasses. I'm like, dude, you look great no matter what. And then he also like, I wear glasses for work. You wear contacts and glasses. So it's also just like making him like, you wear contacts so he doesn't really see it, right? So in general, he's coming around to it. So and plus, frankly, again, this is going to help him out. We didn't know he had vision issues, right? So good for him that we get the glasses. It'll help him make sure he doesn't have any headaches. What his teacher said, he probably gets headaches, but he doesn't tell you, right?
Yeah, the optometrist.
The optometrist? Okay. So, like, God,
I was like,
makes us feel bad, right? Like, how do we not know
I'm
that?
the worst parent ever.
So, yeah, he picked out some really cute Nike frames.
They're really cool.
But my biggest concern, honestly, is Skylar. She's going to find those frames.
They said that when we go in, so it takes about 2 weeks for him to actually get the glasses. And when they go back, and by the way, we went to a pediatric optometrist, which I thought was really cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. But the people there, they were so helpful. They were so good with him. And they said, yeah, when you come back to get the glasses, we're going to do a whole routine where we show how to clean his glasses, how to use the spritzer and all that stuff. And then if you have a dog, we have a whole little course that we're going to talk to him about how he's got to keep these glasses away from his dog.
Okay, so Cars is not going to Hollywood Studios. It's going in Magic Kingdom.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, in Frontierland, right?
Yeah, I think
it's going in Tom Sawyer Island. I think
it's
Tom Sawyer Island light is going away. So
it still blows my mind to think that Tom Sawyer Island is going away. Just like they're just going to fill. I mean, obviously it's a man-made river. It's not like a real river, but it just blows my mind. That thing has been there for so long. Yeah. It's so big. It's iconic, and they're going to get rid of it.
Well, I'm happy we visited last time we were there, right? So it's a lot of fun. Like it also, I bet it's kind of nerve-wracking. It's probably easy to lose your children there.
Probably.
Yeah. Because I'm betting most parents don't go in the caves like we did. Like we follow Caleb in everywhere because it was fun. Like it's a nice activity, but they come out of different areas, so it might be a little bit frustrating for parents like that.
Yeah, maybe. When are we going to? So just to recap, if you missed it, we're going back to Disney World the 1st of October. We're going to be there for a week. We're doing Mickey's Not So Scary. We're going to do Typhoon Lagoon. Lots of dining. I'm actually toying with the idea, even though we just did this last June. Sorry. I kind of want to do Hoop-de-Doo again. Yeah, that was so much fun, and the food was so good.
So the one thing that you said though is the logistics to get there are
it's kind of a thing. Yeah.
So we drove there, and then you have to we took a bus, right? And then you take a bus to the actual place. I'm curious if you could take any of the boats directly to the venue, or if the boats only take you to the general bus area and you still have to take the buses over.
I don't remember. I think I remember though when we went. I don't remember. I remember when we went, there was like some kind of construction going on as well. Because I remember they had this chain link fence up and stuff. Yeah. And it was like, oh, so this might be a different experience from what it's supposed to be.
I mean, I loved it. I was amazed by the food.
Yeah, me too.
And like, we kind of expected to be like boat rides, right? Like, that was gonna be, or like, what's the place, Whispering Canyon, like a skillet of sorts, right? I think it is all you care to enjoy.
It is, yeah.
But the quality,
it was really
good,
very good. And
Caleb loved it.
Caleb really liked it. Yeah. He was excited when I kind of was testing the waters with him. I'm like, hey, do you want to go do that thing again? He was like, yeah. But the other reason is also because that was some of the footage that we lost when I dropped that hard drive.
Yeah.
So all that footage is gone.
But then again, it's going to be another thing that he's going to have to get through a lot of dancing until he gets to the entertainment. Someone asked if we like Paigey Miss Tomorrow. We love Nate. Nate is such a happy, nice optimistic guy. Like he's great. And we've hung out with him a couple times as well. So no, Nate's fantastic. I'm wearing a Roosevelt shirt right now. If you don't know, Nate is like their spokesperson.
Yeah, he really is.
No, Nate's awesome.
You can take the boat from Wilderness Lodge to Fort Wilderness, and it will bring you right to where Hoop-de is located.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Mike, I love when you do your cooking videos. Any chance you'll be doing more? I was actually thinking of it. Those videos don't do very well. I've said this before. Like, I think the people who like the cooking videos really, really like the cooking videos, but overall, they kind of are like dead on arrival.
So I think what you need,
and they're hard to make.
You want to know what I would do?
Right.
I think they do well if they're part of something, not just the video. So if it's one of many things, and I know it's hard to do that because they're so involved, but like if it's like, we're doing this today, and then we also happen to be doing this and this and this.
Yeah, that's true. I think I get too much in my head because sometimes if I'm struggling with a recipe and I'm like, I'm going to go on YouTube and see if someone's done this. And then it takes forever for the video to start. I'm like having to fast forward, like just get to the part where you're cutting up the onion or something, you know? So I always think like if I'm going to do a cooking video, I want it to be just a cooking video.
Got it. Well, again, I think you've done these soups before. So if you're going to be doing a cooking video, the next thing logically you're going to be doing are going to be the soups. And you've already done these videos, haven't you?
Wait, what?
You've already done these as a cooking video for the channel.
Maybe.
Probably. So the good thing is you don't want to have it dedicated to that if you've already done the past.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
Can you do a tiramisu one, please? I made tiramisu once and it was a failure.
What are you talking about? No.
Remember, I made a tiramisu and I served it to my niece Jada, and she had like 2 bites. I was like, "Did you want more?" She's like, "I'm good."
It's because she doesn't like coffee.
I'll never forget that response. I was like, "Oh, okay." I think I put too much of like the coffee cocoa powder, so when you took a bite, you just inhaled all that
She like coughed. Oh man.
I feel like we should have like a small bite with our mimosa.
Okay. I can prepare something if you like.
Well, you don't even need to prepare it. It's something you've already made.
I know.
You know what I'm going to say?
It's going to probably be the chicken salad sandwich or
I wasn't
egg salad.
I was going to say the egg salad. You should bring the egg salad out.
All right.
Steve made chicken salad and egg salad the other day, and it was very, very good.
Do you want me to do like sandwiches or just as like
no, just like the little cracker dip things. That'll be fun.
All right, cool.
Be quick. Be quick. You're leaving me alone, and now I'm going to get nervous. Okay, so I guess we'll just look at some of these. Okay, so apparently we can take the boat to Hoop-Dee-Doo, which is great. Like I said, I think that'd be a lot of fun, but it is kind of a thing, considering we're also, if you missed it, we're doing Mickey's Not So Scary Thursday. We're doing Typhoon Lagoon on Friday. Oh, I thought you were going to come say hi. Caleb's over here, and he's wearing his shirt. Hi. You want to show everybody your shirt?
Yeah.
This is one of the shirts he got for his birthday.
It was from Megan and Eric.
Robot vacuum enthusiast. That's a pretty cool shirt.
I'm getting my Roomba now.
Okay, go get it.
Can I just show you
Yes,
style?
that would be great. He wants to show you his Roomba. So if you missed the video, for his birthday, Steve and I got him his very own Roomba. It's actually his third, but why not? It looks cute that way. Oh, he's got to clean it up. But the first one he got was like this really inexpensive. It wasn't an actual like iRobot Roomba. It was like this generic one we found at like TJ Maxx. It was like $20. And so he had his allowance money and we're like, if you want, you can go for it. He thought it was great. He dropped it down the stairs and it broke. And then he was at our sister-in-law's, or my sister-in-law's, Steve's sister's house, and they have a Roomba that they weren't using anymore. So they asked, we're like, is it okay if we give it to Caleb? And I'm like, oh my God, it's going to make his day. Are you kidding me? It's going to make his summer. And so he's had that. But for his birthday, Steve and I got him his very own brand new in the box Roomba. And so he's just a Roomba aficionado. And he tells everybody at school and all of his teachers all about the Roombas. They need to get a Roomba. Okay, you ready to show everybody?
Okay, I cleaned that burger off.
He cleaned it up.
Oh.
Look at that thing.
And can I show you what it
Yes.
has? It has bristle brushes.
Right, because not all of them have bristles, right?
No, some all like a couple.
But some of them have like that green rubbery one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it heavy?
No.
No. Okay.
That's the kind of time.
Pretty cool. All right, here. Dad's got some egg salad. Do you want to try some egg salad?
And can I show them the number? Where's the number? It's right here, but them can't see it.
Oh, okay. It's 692. If anyone's interested in this.
Oh, wait. Can you zoom in?
I can't. The camera's like over there. It's kind of weird. It's different setup today.
You know, this is the is this the number right here?
I think it was right there. It is. Yeah, you got it.
It's 2. It's actually 2, 6.
Well, you're looking at it. You're looking at it backwards.
I think it's 296. It's too nice.
Oh, people are saying happy birthday to you. They're wishing you happy birthday. They were late to the party.
But this one is a different kind of wheel. It comes with my other Roomba. Can I show you my other Roomba?
Yeah, quickly.
It comes with this kind of Roomba.
Quickly. You guys, he's taking over the live. This is what we're going to be talking about for the rest of the day. Oh, so this is the egg salad that Steve made. It's really good. We're just serving it with some Ritz crackers.
And this, it comes with my Roomba snack.
This one's fun. So this is the one he got from my sister-in-law.
I made this.
And he decorated it himself.
That's from Aunt Shauna and
I
Corey,
think it looks
right?
very, very nice.
See this?
This
These are two wrong rollers. Because look, it won't even fit in this area right here. This area.
Right.
Look. See, it won't fit.
You're right.
Oh,
the
yeah.
wheels are too narrow, right?
Yeah, only our old Roomba can.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fit in this area here.
Right.
It's too short.
Now, you said the other day you wanted to be an inventor of Roombas, right? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought I was going to be a Roomba salesman.
He now has ideas on how to make them better.
Oh, okay. Of course he does. I'm all about it. Let's support that.
All right, so let's try some of this egg salad sandwich, or egg salad.
It's good, right?
Very good. Oh, I'm gonna go get napkins.
Okay. All right. So what was the last question?
I don't remember.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we love to support his love for the Roomba. So we also people have mentioned this in the past that you could be able to actually go and do a tour of their location. I totally want to do that, but I couldn't find anything online. It looks like there used to be like Fun Things Museum, I think is what it was called, from iRobot. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I'm all about taking them for that. That should be fun. I'm talking about actually taking them to iRobot headquarters so you can actually see it. All right, so people are asking what I put in this. So egg salad, so it's hard-boiled eggs chopped. It has green onions in it. It's got sriracha, red chili flakes, mustard, mayonnaise, salt and pepper to taste. So it's got a little tiny bit of a zing, a little bit of a kick, which is good. I like that. And frankly, Mike, he said, I don't like egg salad when I was making it. Meanwhile, I had it open, and guess who was enjoying it?
And you know what's really good about it too, because I noticed this with potato salad. It's very like glossy and shiny. You know, sometimes you get potato salad and it's kind of like dry.
It's matte looking.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I like it when it's like this.
Yeah. So it's a nice little snack.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like I had grand ambitions of doing. So we bought we did Napa Rose. So the princess breakfast thing. What is it called? The fairy tale princess thing.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Napa Rose breakfast.
Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures.
Yeah. So they have like this multi-tiered display with a bunch of little foods and everything like that. My grand design was we bought one of those, and I was going to make little tiny sandwiches and little tiny canapes and stuff like that, little tiny desserts on it. But I failed to execute.
So I try some.
Oh, I've had it. It's good.
You had some already? Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say people want to see you eat it.
Well, I made it. I love it.
I did see a question for you up here, though. Someone was asking, they were looking for bottle recommendations. Oh, here it is. Steve, looking to buy my husband who's into bourbon a bottle as a gift. Any recommendations? He loves Whistle Pig and Uncle Nearest already. I've never heard of that one, but okay.
Well, Uncle Nearest, it's a great brand. The family of the original person that actually created or was a founder or the person that started the recipe for Jack Daniels was Uncle Nearest. Unfortunately, he was never recognized for his work as the actual creator of this, the master distiller. So his family, in honor of him, created the brand Uncle Nearest. It's also a Black-owned distillery, and it obviously is recognizing true efforts that were behind actual brands. So Uncle Nearest is good because of that, right? We love that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's mango martini full, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I need one more clarifying point. What's your budget? Because it'll help me define where we're going to go with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whistle Pig traditionally is around $100 range. Uncle Nearest is around $30 to $40. So that's quite a bit of a range. just kind of curious what you're thinking about from a price standpoint, and I can recommend something for you. So I'll have to say one thing. I do like the Ritz club crackers.
Oh, I love club crackers. Although I think the Ritz for this, a Ritz cracker is a little heftier than a club cracker.
It is.
I think it's a little stronger.
But it's a little bit more buttery, and it takes on the flavor a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
So I have an issue with ruining things. So one thing I would add to this is just a little bit of truffle oil.
Oh, I don't need that.
See, I knew you wouldn't like that.
I like truffle, and it's always like, ooh, a luxury item at a restaurant and stuff. But sometimes things just need to shine on their own.
And that's shining on its own.
I also think because I saw a Food Network episode where it was like,
truffle can ruin something.
Yeah, they're like, you're just trying to, that's how you hide your imperfections.
I love it though. Truffle. Oh, some people don't like. Well, I think truffle also is off-putting to certain people. It's a very specific flavor profile. I happen to love it, but I know like Josh hates truffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she said less than 70 to 100 to start.
Okay. Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered is really good. So that's another one that you could try. Bardstown, you love Bardstown Bourbon Company. Bardstown is also a solid brand. Let's see, what else?
Real quick, just to throw another thing at you. Bingo, you're asking, is the Camelback Resort still any good? Taking my whole family to Phoenix for a vacation, and we used to stay there. Is it still high quality? I'm not familiar with Camelback Resort. Are you?
We haven't stayed there.
Yeah.
And we haven't visited it either.
Unless you're thinking, because I know on the channel we vlogged, like we've done the Arizona Biltmore, and then the most recent one we did was the Global Ambassador, which is where we had the view of Camelback, both of which are fantastic.
And worth it.
Yeah.
Because we actually got a really good deal at Global Ambassador. So it was a summer month deal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they clarified. Marriott.
Okay, we have not stayed there.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's the Phoenician that's part of the Marriott.
Mm-hmm.
We never stayed there, but you did a spa.
I did their spa day there, and it was really nice.
So going back to careful, buddy, careful. Okay, you okay? Oh, you tricky, you're sneaky down there. Other bottles, I really like anything Knob Creek when you get into like the 12-year range. It's very good value there. You don't need to be spending upwards of the 18-year. I think that's just exorbitant.
And isn't that Knob Creek the one that has the Disney Select?
Yes.
Bourbon?
So, which, by the way, you can't buy anymore. Like it used to be available. You can buy the Disney Select Knob Creek. We got it at Coronado Springs, but it's impossible to actually buy a bottle. They haven't had that available for quite some time. One second. Hey, buddy, there's a cord right here. You just got to be careful. Okay?
Hook the lights.
Okay. Thank you, bud.
Okay. So the next thing I think we should talk about is how we're going to decorate for Halloween and our stuff, because we kind of teased it in the video. If you saw where we were getting ready for Caleb's birthday, I went to go get a rug and I got sidetracked by all the Haunted Mansion stuff at Lowe's. And I took some pictures and I sent it to Steve. I am not about to spend that kind of money. Just be like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to bring this home for $300. So I sent the pictures to him. And it was funny because you're like, how much is that thing? $300? I'm not getting it. No way. I'm like, okay, good. Then I'm glad I didn't buy it. 2 hours later, he gets in the car and he's like, I'm going to go to Lowe's. I'm like, for what? He's like, I'm going to go get that thing.
Yeah. So,
and then he came home with a lot of things.
We love Halloween.
Yes,
so first off, we really love Halloween. We always host a Halloween party for our families.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always been our thing. And I think you also know that my favorite ride, absolute favorite ride, is Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most nostalgic for me. I love all the aesthetics for it. I just love it. So Lowe's has done a fantastic job of doing decorations for Haunted Mansion the last 2 years. So I'm going to
reach over you. You're talking.
We bought a lot of stuff. So they have, well, maybe because we're going to show it on the vlog, aren't we?
Yeah, we will. But we'll give a little tease here.
All right. So it's all the Haunted Mansion stuff. So basically I saw it and I had to buy it. So when you see it, you'll understand exactly what we're talking about from a Haunted Mansion decoration. So they have these really cool, they have these columns that have, it's the entrance to the gate where the Haunted Mansion plaque actually sits on. So they have those that you can buy. And they had the caretaker. The caretaker. They had the headless knight that's available as well. They had a few tombstones. So yeah, we bought a lot.
Yeah, so. You got all of it.
Not all of it.
You got most of it. I literally was like, oh my gosh, where are we going to put all this?
It's just stacked up against the wall in my garage.
Again, if you missed it, I sent him the pictures and he was like, $300. We don't need that. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to get it. And then 2 hours later, he gets in the car and goes and buys all of it.
Well, it goes back to the one thing. Look at this. It goes back to one thing that we've always said is that if you see something that you like, you got to get it. Because guess what? These things are selling secondary like crazy on eBay.
Well, we saw it happen last year, too.
Yes. So we know that these things are definitely loved and well liked. So anyhow, I'm excited for you all to see it. We're going to have our own swinging wake in our front yard.
Because it's reversed. It's flipped. It's like kind of like when you look at a mirror sometimes.
Are you okay?
I just swallowed air raw.
What's up, buddy? You need help? All right. Do you want a snack? You want me to make you something?
No.
All right. He's asking for attention. I'll be right back. Okay.
Sorry, I just took a bite. Mike, do you own your own catering business? Did you own your? So I didn't have a catering business, but I had a small little baking business for like a couple years, and it was fun. But it was one of those situations where I was like, I wanted to start baking, and I bought some cookbooks. I got into Martha Stewart, as some of you know, and I was baking, and I was like, oh man, this is so much fun. I love doing this. I'm going to turn this into a business. And that's like the worst thing you can do, because as soon as you take something that you really enjoy doing, it's kind of a hobby, and you turn it into a job, it just because you hate it. And so it got to the point where I was handing out business cards to like people at our office. This is back when Steve and I worked at the same business, and word of mouth started getting good, and it was great. It was great. But it got to the point where I had no free time on my weekends anymore, because everybody needs their cakes for the weekends and the parties and stuff. And so we would literally come home Thursday after work, and I was just like, whereas everybody is excited to have fun on Friday, I am going to be in my kitchen for like every day this weekend trying to execute all these orders and get all these things out. And it kind of like took the fun out of it, and I started getting really tired with it. Steve was like, hey, let's go to Disneyland this weekend. I'm like, I can't. I've got like 3 cakes I got to make. And I closed it down. So,
are you talking about Good Boy Bake Shop?
Steve likes to say, like, as soon as anything Mike touches, as soon as it becomes successful, he shuts it down.
No, as soon as it makes money, he shuts it down. He loves to spend the money to kick the businesses off. But the second it reaps the rewards, he's out.
But I wonder if I can show a picture real quick. I wonder if I can find it. But I did one Halloween. I decided to make these cute little cupcakes that looked like, sorry guys, I took a bite of the cracker.
So he did a couple
and it stuck.
There was a mummy one. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did like 4 designs. So I was thinking I would do it 3 times for a dozen cupcakes. And I did like a mummy, a werewolf, you get it. And boy, did that take a long time to do. It took so long. And it was just me. It was just me in my kitchen. I would literally sit on my stool and I would make each little cupcake look like a werewolf or a skeleton.
It was also his most successful one. So
exactly. And all of a sudden it was like, I just don't have the bandwidth to make all these cupcakes that people want. But they were really
I'm too
cute.
Popular. People want all my stuff.
I thought I had it saved, but it'll probably be a while, but it won't look good here anyway. But they were really cute. They were cute cupcakes.
Those are sprinkles.
Yeah, that's the sprinkles Game of Thrones cupcake.
So what's really cool is, so here we go.
Oh yeah, that's the mummy.
So what's really cool, I don't work for Apple, but what's really cool with Apple now is you can literally just type cupcake on your search and it pulls up cupcake. So
that was my mummy cupcake.
Like, how do people do that? There you go. Look how cute that is. Oh, next face. Yeah. So again, the second it became successful, he shuttered the business.
But like, just look at that one cupcake. And there was also a werewolf. There was a witch. I think there was like a Frankenstein monster.
Let's see if there's other ones. He was also making something called man cakes for a while.
Don't say that. I don't like that.
But it was like beer and pretzels and stuff like that. Bacon and pretzels. Yeah, it's not. We shouldn't reference that anymore. But yeah. Times changed. I only have the mummy one. I don't have the witches.
Okay. But yeah, it was a whole box set. It was like a dozen, and then of course I would get like, can I get 4 dozen of those? I was like, oh.
So he was so good that he was actually invited to come to Williams-Sonoma and do a baking lesson there. So like we were hosted by Williams-Sonoma in Scottsdale Fashion Square, and Mike was doing his thing there.
Yeah.
I knew him when.
And then, like I said, the next weekend, Steve was like, let's go to Disneyland. I'm like, oh, I want to, but I can't.
Oh my gosh. So completely random story. Your spouse picks you up from work on Friday, surprises you and says,
this story
I know,
before.
surprises you and says, guess what? We are going to Disneyland. And we weren't planning for it at all. What do you think the first reaction is? Well, Mike's first reaction is, where are my clothes? I'm like, I packed them all for you. He's like, are you serious?
I did not like that.
We had to pull over. He opened up the entire bag, inspected everything. There was so much anxiety with the fact that he had nothing planned or didn't do anything himself and all that. So I had to then pull over, make sure he was happy with all that, even if it was a nice little surprise for you.
I have so much anxiety with this kind of stuff, you guys. I was literally, and this was at a time too when I was very fussy. Like, if you guys think I'm fussy and bougie now, you should have seen me back in the day, because I had a whole skincare regimen that I had to do, and I was like so nervous that he didn't pack everything.
I got everything, didn't I?
You did, actually.
Yeah. You know what I did is I had no idea what he actually did, so I put everything in a bag.
But I was like literally like starting to sweat and hypervent. I'm like, wait, what? Like, we have to go home. We have to pack.
No, like I packed everything.
I didn't see that.
No,
Like,
we're going right there.
this
Right
is
now.
my nightmare. And I made him pull over, and I had to check my bag to make sure everything was there.
Ugh.
By the way, this was the Frankenstein cupcake. I'm finding them like one at a time. There was the Frankenstein.
Yeah. Cute stuff. But yeah, get yourself someone that immediately freaks out when you surprise them with a vacation. The first reaction is panic.
I definitely like to plan and have like, I like to be in the know as to what's happening when, all that stuff. I think I finally, sorry to bore you guys with this, but I finally found the picture of what they all look like.
See, they're cute.
They're cute. Let me see if I can make it bigger. This is like what they look like in the box. Like, if you
gotta get
ordered them
behind it.
from me, this is what it would deliver to you.
I'm covering your face.
But as you can see, that took a lot. Just me on hunched over on a stool doing all those little faces.
Well, I would pick up our Lowe's faves that we would have every Thursday night.
Yeah. Back when we could eat whatever we wanted,
Yeah,
not have to
bean and
worry.
cheese burrito, cheese quesadilla.
Oh my God, it was so much cheese. Okay.
All right, let's see what else we packed. Does the lady who did the superhero cookies ship? Do you know?
I don't know.
Give the name. And
Maybe. Her name is, the company is called Flower Fairy Cookies. And she's in Chandler, and her name is Denise. But Flower Fairy Cookies, what are you?
corner of your mouth.
No. Flower Fairy Cookies. She's done Caleb's birthday for 4 years now, and like the cookies are fantastic. But yeah, I'm not sure if she ships, but she does have a website, so you should be able to look it up.
So again, I think.
Oh, by the way, Flower Fairy Cookies, the word flour, like flour that you cook with. FLOUR.
There we go. So yeah, I think also like something that was kind of crazy stressful for you is the second that you branch beyond cupcakes, because cupcakes, I don't know. I don't know at all whatsoever, but I imagine cupcakes are easier
No, they're not.
than jumping into cheesecakes, where people are asking you to make cheesecakes.
Cheesecakes take longer, but
And then they're asking you to like do multi-level like cakes, tiered cakes, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I just assume cupcakes are easier than doing like the whole grandiose thing.
cupcakes are tricky because you got to make the cake itself, and then a lot of the times you have to make a filling on top of that, and then a frosting as well. So there's like 3 things you have to make, and then put it all together.
Is that easier though than a cake, or is a cake easier than a cupcake?
It's about the same.
Okay.
At least I think so.
Hmm.
Because you're still having to make the cake, any kind of filling if there's going to be one, and then a frosting.
Got it.
But yeah, so I shut that business down.
Yeah, good for you.
All right, so we've talked about everything on our list that we wanted to talk about.
Mango Martini said, I would marry him all over again. Who? Me?
Have we been to Key West? No, we haven't.
I have for work. You haven't though. It's It's not unfortunate, but I have gone a lot of places for work, a lot of fun places. And I always think of places that like, God, Mike would really enjoy this.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of bucket list things that I've been to that I want you to go to. Like you haven't been to Chicago. I think you love Chicago. I love Chicago, especially because we've been watching The Bear. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to try the Aviary, Alinea restaurant. You got to just get into this culture of Chicago eateries. It is so much fun and so good.
Yeah.
And also like where all the eateries, it's not in downtown. It's like in this like kind of cool, like very lively, like, you know, unique hippie like area, not hipster, but hippie area. Like it's like really fun place just to kind of be able to walk around and enjoy.
Well, and it looks like in The Bear, because you referenced it, it looks like that restaurant is not in a great part of town.
No, so don't think of it in not a great part of town. It's not in downtown.
Okay.
So it's not like skyscrapers.
Mm-hmm.
The part I'm talking exactly what I'm talking about. This is like really cool, like vibrant, like think of it as Arcadia. Like it's very like up and coming, very fun place. There's a restaurant called Girl and the Goat, which is amazing down there. Like I said, Alinea. Aviary is a place where you have that old fashioned that's inside the ice sphere and they give you that slingshot.
Oh yeah,
I remember
we did that.
So it's a really fun place. I want to take you to Chicago. All right, we have a Disney and travel dining channel. What advice do you have for small channels? You're right on it.
Oh,
you're right on it.
We have a Disney and travel dining channel. What advice do you have for small channels? Editing is such a beast for me. Yeah, that's the worst part. It takes forever. Yeah.
So advice is content.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mike was joking earlier. He's like, I just do things and sometimes I just pick up the camera. Do that, right?
Yeah, a lot of the times when the video that you think is going to be like, oh, this is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. No one cares. Yeah. Everyone hates it. And then the video that you just throw out there and you're like, whatever. That's the one that blows up. That's always what happens.
Yeah. But I think, you know, we've learned to realize that we don't script our content anymore. Right. So it used to be that we would do these dining channels or my cocktail channel or my cocktail videos or like a formal dining review. The best stuff is just a day in the life.
Yeah. And if you saw the bloopers on those videos, I become such a mush mouth, and I'm like, we're talking like 100 takes to talk about a drink.
The first video, oh my god, the very first Walt's chili.
Oh my goodness,
it was so cringy. I'm sorry.
Our old stuff is so bad.
But like, what's funny is like, okay, so my background is I'm a business professional, so I do a lot of presentations. Oh, thank you, bud. Okay, can I do it? Here. Let me show you. He made me something here, so.
Whoa. It's like a witch's finger.
So our background is Mike is theater arts, and I'm in business. So I just imagine that the person with theater arts degree would be able to do some improv, be able to riff, be able to do things very quickly, be able to hit those one-hit wonders kind of thing, like one takes and everything like that.
You're really good.
That's me. So Mike takes a couple different. That's why we don't do the formal cooking stuff. It's just easier if it's just casual.
It was way too hard to film and edit. Yeah. And so now when we just throw the camera on us, we're like, hey, we're Brown Derby and this is what we're eating.
Yeah, it's so much easier, much more natural as well.
Yeah, and I think everybody likes watching that better or more.
I still remember the first video where we just said, screw it, let's just show a behind the scene one. It's Brown Derby. And we had a ton of fun.
We didn't have Caleb with us on that trip, so we were drinking a little bit more.
And when we were watching like Ratchet, like Nurse Ratchet was referenced in the background. It was our Hollywood days. That was the first one we let it loose.
Yeah, we did. I was very nervous about it. And I was like, whatever, who cares? I was going to say something. Oh yeah. One of the pieces so going back to the like advice for a small channel, another piece of advice that I really like to give, and I was always reticent to give it initially, but now that like cameras and just like the camera on your phone is so good, I would say make sure that your audio is good and your picture is good, because nothing kills like a person's like reaction to your video if they click on it and you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a cacophony of noise and echo and like, oh my God, I can't see anything. It needs to look visually appealing and it needs to sound good. So, but don't take that as run out and go buy the most expensive camera and the most expensive microphone, because a lot of the times you can get great stuff just on your smartphone.
Yeah.
And if you need to, just do a voiceover.
Yeah, don't be scared about the voiceover. And that's honestly like, because we're not always around each other. Like I'm out running errands and doing stuff with Caleb. I'm out doing that stuff. You're here or whatever. I'll just pick up the phone and just randomly do things and send it over to Mike. Oh, that's wobbly.
Yeah.
We hate this
I hate this table.
We hate this table. So it's hewned. So if you don't know what hewned is, it's like wavy.
It's supposed to look natural.
Look at that wave.
But nothing sits level out. We have dinner parties and everyone's like cutting their steaks.
It's all wobbly. It's an Ethan Allen table. It's a nice table, but we just didn't realize that we wanted a flat surface.
It looks nice.
Apparently, it's a lot to ask for
very
a flat
impractical
surface.
in use, however.
Anyhow, you didn't see it, but Mike's champagne flute was like rocking.
It's like
it
you
was
put
like
it
we're
down in a certain area and it's going.
Whoa! Wait, we get it. We get it.
Yeah.
It's like we were in a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so we did answer the question about Key West. Bingo is saying they were giving up on Key West. So I've been. I want to go again. It's a fun, like, it's a cool town. It has like a lot of aesthetics that I think you would like as well. Favorite place to eat in Disneyland?
Disneyland?
Not Disneyland, but California Adventures Carthay Circle. In Disneyland, New Orleans Cafe?
Either that or the place we get the fried chicken, the Plaza Inn. I like the Plaza Inn because the fried chicken there is just really great.
God,
now
it's
not
been a bit since we've
yeah,
been
it's
there.
not fine dining by any stretch of the imagination, but
it's great value.
You just if you want
I don't know
about that, but it's good fried chicken. It hits a spot. It's really, really good.
It used to be great value. Like we used to be able to split an entire meal because you get so much food on it.
Yeah.
And I think it was like $12 for like a whole platter of like 3 pieces of chicken, mashed potatoes, vegetables, everything.
Yeah.
It also, like, if you do it at the right time, it's awesome fireworks viewing as well.
Mm-hmm. I've never had the grapefruit cake from Brown Derby, and that is something I want to do. I really like it. I know it's a polarizing dessert. You either really love it or you really hate it. So I like it.
It's both sweet and tart. So if you can get behind that, get that. I just don't recommend you order it and then go upside down and rock and roller coaster.
Oh, Jill says skip the green beans and get double mash. See, I never think of doing that. You totally could probably do that. That's what I want.
So Mango Martini Fool said, how do you find good places to eat when you explore somewhere new? I always get overwhelmed. So first off, I try to look at the Michelin guide first. So I trust the Michelin guide. If they have a star plus or whatever it is, it's going to be good food in my opinion. So not every city has Michelin ratings. So then I go to, top restaurants based off of the theme that I'm like wanting. If it's going to be French food, if it's going to be Italian or whatever, then I kind of go with their local magazines or local newspapers because I trust that more than a Yelp review. Yelp reviews, I think, are just kind of businesses trying to help themselves out, promote themselves.
I always just like Google it. I just like Google what are the top restaurants in said city, and then try to find a few and see the restaurants that kind of come up often in those lists.
So for Michelin Guide, though, I tend to stick around 1 or 2 stars. More than that, it's going to be quite expensive.
Yeah.
So 1 or 2 stars, they know what they're doing. They got a good review. They're still hungry. So the pricing are still pretty good. And it's not going to be over the top luxury dining that you're having to deal with. Oh, so someone just said that Sip and Savor was canceled.
What?
On here, yeah.
No.
Yeah, right here. Jackie. Sip and Savor Epicurious event has been canceled.
Huh.
That's depressing.
I wonder why.
Last year was a good turnout.
I think so.
Yeah. I thought it was amazing. But it might also be with the fact that there's so much talent moving from Waldorf over to the Conrad. Like half of our people that used to be there are now over the Conrad. So maybe they don't have the talent anymore to be able to host it. I don't know. That's upsetting. If you don't know what we're talking about, Sip and Savor was this amazing one-night food experience where they had all of the offerings that are available between the Waldorf Astoria and Signia. And they also brought in vendors like, bourbon brands, gin brands, tequila brands, what have you. And you just had this amazing night where you kind of go from station to station and just really kind of enjoy some amazing offerings. So now that I got you all hyped up and excited about it, apparently it's canceled. So there you go.
I don't see anything online that says that.
Well, look,
Okay, I don't.
No, Bingo just said I saw that and they got refunded. So yeah, so it's a thing.
Huh.
That's unfortunate.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That was a fun thing.
So sometimes we go in December, but we tend to focus more on the first week of January.
Yeah. I feel like our December trips are always kind of like impromptu. Like it's just last minute.
For this event.
Let's just go. And then also, well, I went last year by myself to do the first Jollywood nights as well.
Which Mike traveling by himself is quite entertaining. So last year, it wasn't last year, it was the year before, for my 40th, we did Kentucky. We did the Bourbon Trail. And I was out early for work, and then Mike was to meet me in Louisville with our friends. And he had a connecting flight from Phoenix to Dallas to eventually Louisville. And when he's checking in, the agent says, "Where are you going?" And he says, "Dallas." So guess where his luggage stayed?
But I was going to Louisville, and it's like, isn't it on my ticket? Like, isn't there some kind of automation that happens in the system? Like someone could say, I'm going to Paris. Like, okay, gling. Oh no, it shows you're going to Louisville.
So I looked into this.
I put too much trust in those.
Yes.
Those
There was
agents.
another Mike Miller on the flight, and they stayed in Texas. So the other Mike Miller's luggage probably went to Louisville.
Oh God!
Because when I saw the actual scan tag on your bag when we eventually got it delivered to us, it was like Mike John Miller. And I'm like, that's not you. So
I'm terrible at traveling by myself.
Anyhow, so just in general, you should probably tell where your end destination is going to be when you're checking luggage.
I'm always the kind of person too. I'm always so proud of myself where I'm sending him texts the whole time. I'm like, I just parked the car. We're good.
I mean, it's a century.
I just went through security.
These little moments of achievement. Love that for you. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Becky. Hi, Mike and Steve. Hi, Becky.
Favorite on-site Walt Disney World resort?
Ooh, these are good questions.
Riviera, the Grand Floridian, and the Polynesian would probably be my top three.
Okay, I really like Grand Floridian and the Beach and Yacht Club resorts. I think I like the Boardwalk more than Beach and Yacht Club, but Boardwalk's really great.
I haven't stayed at the Yacht Club. You stayed at the Yacht Club. I was in Europe that trip.
Right.
Yeah, so I haven't said. You said that the aesthetics are similar to Grand Floridian, but a little bit different.
I feel like the luxury is the same when it comes to Beach and Yacht Club compared to Grand Floridian. By the way, I saw an interesting YouTube video about this that I want to. So we'll stick a pin in that. But I like the look and the aesthetics of the Yacht Club more than Grand Floridian.
Okay.
Even after the upgrade with the new rooms they've got at Grand Floridian, it's just like not my favorite style.
So it used to be like Martha's Vineyard kind of style. Like it used to be like that very floral back in the day. What does it look like now? I think it's like a lot of silvers. And
yes.
It still kind of have a floral look.
It's kind of like modern princessy.
It's like French modern, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think it's like French contemporary.
I know this is such a minute point, but when I walked into the room and they had the pillow that says Once Upon a Time, but it's like the TV show, I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird. Right? Don't you think?
Okay, that's what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay.
I was like, no, it's a miss. That'd be like walking into a room and like there's a pillow that says like Dexter on Showtime. It just seemed weird.
That's one way to take it. Oh, funny. Hey, Kathy, nice to see you as well.
You guys ever see those videos where like the cup is like right here and then it goes like this? You're like, oh no, please don't stop, please.
But your hand, you can actually see your hand. It's not really working.
I messed it up.
J-Lo just did that one.
Did she?
Yeah. All right. Do you remember your very first trip to Walt Disney World in Orlando?
I do, yes.
And was it together? My first trip wasn't together.
Yeah.
It was another work thing.
You went without me.
I did tell you, like, hey, I have a free day. I was thinking about doing this. And you're like, fine.
I'm like, sure.
Fine.
If you think it's the best choice.
Fine. You think that's the best choice. This guy.
But you just went for like a couple hours though, right?
Yeah, I only had like 3 hours. So I
Yeah.
got dropped by a taxi cab at the transportation center. I went into Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So just don't pay attention. Okay, but what about the one together?
So the one together was really cool, and I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but Steve did this whole thing. Oh wait, no, the one we went to first together, we went with our friend Joey, and it was we didn't have any plans, like we had no dining reservations.
And again, like we had no idea what we were doing at all whatsoever.
Yeah,
our first night was at All Stars. Was it movies? All Stars movies. And again, we were staying with a friend, and that room was just too small.
Yeah.
So we immediately upgraded to the Contemporary the next day. So we did one night there, but then we ended up doing a Contemporary. Hey, buddy, watch out. There's a light right behind you too, okay? But no, it was fun. It's just also, it wasn't, hey, don't touch any buttons on the camera, buddy.
I'm not.
Thank you. But it was just one of those trips that it wasn't by ourselves. So the next trip, I think Mike will be talking about, which was a lot more fun. It was just me and Mike. So, hey, buddy, if you want to see, if they want to see you, you got to come on this side. They can't see you behind, silly goose.
Oh, it's because he's looking through the camera.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So we'll talk about that when Mike comes back. Watch out for the cord. Watch out for the cord. Ooh, caught it. Caleb, gotta be careful, okay, bud? You okay? Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Whew. Almost lost our lighting. You're okay. Go up here.
It almost got.
It almost fell down.
Yeah, almost catch it on fire.
But I caught it, didn't
Yeah. And over and catch on fire, it will be bad.
I think it would be a bad thing, but thankfully we're all okay and we're safe, right?
Yeah.
Safe? Good. All right, good. All right, let's see. Hey, Becky's saying hi. Can you say hi, Becky?
Hi, Becky.
Perfect. All right.
Oh, here, let me see.
All right, here comes Daddy. You want to sit on his lap?
Oh, I forgot about the egg salad.
Any plans on another cruise? Yes, we are definitely thinking about a cruise in the future again. Someone said, go on, open another bottle. We're almost done.
We got a good amount left still.
Yeah.
I think it's because people know that when we get, so we're an hour 26 into this, that's when things get loosey-goosey. Okay, can we share? No, we'll make a bench.
There you go. Now everybody can sit.
You can sit here.
You can sit there. Go ahead. He's got to go get the Roomba. So you missed it. So he excitedly walked over here, tripped on the light, and it almost came crashing down. Thankfully, I caught it last minute.
That's the thing. So we've got a light here. There's a light there, and then a ring light right there. But it creates this like tripping hazard because they're all on like cords that have to be plugged in like throughout the house. So
someone decided to get blackout.
It was the worst
shades
decision.
Here. I said no.
Yeah.
And Mike is like, no, I want blackout.
It's because we had a crazy person living over there for a while.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we did not.
We did.
Oh my gosh.
We had a crazy person that lived.
You know what
on
crazy
the other
means?
side of the fence,
You know what
and she
crazy
was
means?
Constantly looking in.
You want what crazy means? She wanted to be our friend.
That's weird, right?
And try to be rude.
She was like Wilson from Home Improvement that would just pop her head over the wall.
She had a chair that was like up against the wall.
So she's like, hey guys.
I would just be like passing by the window and she would just be like over the fence, just like looking like, and I'm like,
I don't recall her
oh,
doing
I
it.
recall.
I think she would only do it when she heard noises in the backyard.
Well, I just remember like I was outside one day and we started talking. And I'm like, I look over, I'm like, are you on a chair? Like, is that chair always there?
No.
I didn't do that.
Gosh. Hey, we told him that you're going to do martial arts tomorrow. Are you excited about that?
We don't need to make faces. Someone's asking, how is school? How's school?
How's school?
By the way, this is what he does at the checkout, at the self-checkout at Target when they have the camera.
Anyhow.
Oh, that's right. You had someone's just asking about fire alarms. You had a fire drill the other day, right?
Yeah, like the different day we did the alarm.
Oh, okay.
But the second day we did.
Oh.
So you lost another tooth?
Right some teeth like crazy.
Right here. Right? That one? And that one. So how many teeth have you lost so far? I think you've lost 4, 5, 6, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just looking at a picture of him the other day from when he was little, and I saw the original baby teeth up front, and I was like, now you've got big teeth.
Okay.
Did you have your snack? No? Okay. You bet you're running out of time because it's almost lunchtime. So if you want your snack, you got to have your snack soon.
Okay. So I think we're caught up on questions here, right?
Oh, okay. Cool.
Have we ever considered DVC? Not really. As much as we love Disney World, we also don't want to necessarily. I don't know why don't we do DVC?
I don't know.
We don't stay at Disney resorts all that often.
That's true. Yeah, we don't.
So it's typically again because I do a lot of work for travel. I do a lot of travel for work. So I get a lot of points with Hilton and also Marriott. So more often than not, we're getting free rooms based off our points there. So it's not that we don't like to stay at Disney World hotels. Oh my goodness.
Let us give you travel advice while I face.
But yeah, that's where we typically stay at one of those brands. So this time around, we're going to be staying at JW Marriott. Normally we stay at the Waldorf, as you guys all know that. So
we're getting some things up here. A lot of people are saying hi, Caleb. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Okay, why does his name sound familiar? Someone says, Mike, would you ever do a Claire Saffit's cookbook review? That name sounds familiar. Is that New York Times? Oh, Connor, you say happy Sunday from the UES. Hello.
Hello. Say hi, Connor.
Hi, Connor.
You're so silly. You're so silly.
Yeah, if it Claire Saffit's is that New York Times, like, doesn't she have like kind of like those white streaks? It's like,
oh, we watched those videos.
We watched a lot of her videos
Preparing
last year for
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. Yeah. Timeshares are a money pit. Yeah, see, that's kind of my thoughts, and
that's our opinion, but we don't know anything about DVC, to be completely honest with you. So we know you get points. Those points can be traded out for a stay, and you can use it at multiple different resorts. We know you get a home resort when you first initially sign up, but that's all we know about it. All right, buddy.
You're just making faces now.
Okay. Yeah, free stays for the money, that's for sure. So she was saying that Claire was from with Bon Appetit. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Careful, buddy. Hi there from Rainy, Scotland, Glasgow. Very cool. All right, so I think we've caught up on all of our topics. So Mike, like I said, he kind of made sure we were a little bit prepared to make sure we had something to talk about, not just showing up and not having anything here. So any other questions out there, folks? I like how people are saying that Mike's definition of crazy is not everybody else's definition of crazy. Now, having said that, yeah, over the wall, staring in, that may be a little bit weird, but anyhow, they moved away a long time ago, so it's no longer an issue. We don't have that crazy thing and or crazy neighbor behavior anymore. So it says, how much time do I have to spend working when we're on our trip? So it depends. I like to be able to take time off and make sure that I'm actually dedicated for these vacations. So normally I'm off, but if it's like a long trip, then I might take a few days and I'm actually doing some work from the hotel or what have you. Sometimes we do these trips, so you're joining me while I'm at a work event,
Right.
and you and Caleb come out. So
Yeah.
it's really kind of all over the place. In general, though, like for work in the past, when I used to work for an old company, I would travel all over the place in the U.S. and Canada. So it'd be, sometimes Toronto, Chicago, Montreal, Seattle, what have you, right? Now with this new job, it's just one direction. I'm going to Irvine, California. I'm there Tuesday through Thursday every single week. That's an easy flight. It's really an hour flight to be able to get there. So it's pretty straightforward. My travel, it's predictable. You know where I am all the time, and it's an easy jaunt back and forth. So, and plus, like I said, you guys haven't done it yet, but it would be easy for you guys to come out, and we would just do Disneyland for a weekend after that trip.
Right.
So.
But I always think that'd be a great idea, and I really want to take advantage of that. But like I said, we're trying to be more mindful of like Caleb's school because, I hate to say it, but like when they're in preschool, it's kind of like, oh, it's fine, we can take them out. But now it's like we're in first grade. Like he needs to be there every single day.
So mindful, so demure,
so mindful. I still don't understand what that's from.
It's a trending thing. So some famous person said that that's what they do, and now everybody is hopping on that trend.
I'm very out of touch with that.
Even Bluey jumped on that trend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're walking out. They have like their head up in a towel and a robe, and like very demure, very mindful. It's Bingo and Bluey.
Right.
It's cute.
So it's funny too. I don't know if you watch Bluey, but and if you don't know what it is, it's a Disney Junior show, and it's very, very popular. But there's this new episode. Well, I mean, it's not new anymore, but there's this episode where they're like moving or something, and it was like this huge thing where they were moving, and it was like really emotional. People were getting sad, and people were posting their reactions to it on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And our friends watch it religiously. Yeah. They were telling us about how like moving it was. And it finally pops up one day. I'm in the kitchen making lunch for Caleb, and Caleb's watching it. And I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, oh my God, this is so sweet. And so I immediately text my friend. I'm like, is this the episode that you guys are talking about? They're like, yes, it's so sad. Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. Right as it was getting at the sweetest part, Caleb just turns it off. And I'm like, well, what are you doing? And he's like, Dad, this was making me feel weird. And I think it was just going on for too long.
Making me feel sad.
It's making me feel sad.
It means it's a good show.
I was like, okay, well, I was watching it.
It's a good show then, right? Good for Bluey.
Yeah, it's a cute show.
How am I liking the new job? Any fun new benefits? A lot of extra miles, airline miles, points for the hotel. Outside of that, it's California. So I do have a lot of friends and family on California. So it's not like I'm out there on my own. So I'm definitely going out to dinner with them and having some fun time and catching up with them. So it's not like I'm going into a town that I don't know anything about or anybody there. So that's I mean, there's a lot of other benefits. There's a lot of good benefits, but that's just one of the high level lifestyle benefits of this new job. All right. So wait. We missed the thing. Our first Disney World trip together.
Okay.
So I talked about how we went with our friend, and it was a trip with a friend. So it wasn't really like we were able to do our own thing. We had unimpeded interests that aligned towards us. We didn't have to like focus on that.
We also weren't prepared for the heat and humidity.
That was also the trip that we really wanted to go to Brown Derby, and our friend wasn't feeling it. Yeah. So that's where Mike made sure he still got his grapefruit cake, and then he went upside down and rock and roller coaster for that. So
because I went to the front desk and I was like, is there any way you can get like order out from here? Can I get the grapefruit cake to go? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. So they boxed it up for me, and I have it in my bag. And then back in the day when you had the paper fast passes, and so the very next thing, Steve's like, we got to go. Our fast pass is up for rock and roller coaster. Yeah. And I'm like, I just got this cake. And I was like, well, let's hope for the best. And it was fine.
It survived. Centripetal force.
I guess those G-forces kept the cake from smashing to the top of it.
But our first trip, I surprised you. Again, don't surprise Mike.
Yeah.
But
okay, this is actually kind of funny because we talked about this. So if you missed it, Steve tried to surprise me one day. He picked me up after work. Surprise trip going to Disneyland. I started hyperventilating because I do not like the idea of just being someone else packing for me. I don't care if it's Steve. But the next time we went to Disney World, Steve decided to surprise me by making all these like reservations and plans and stuff. And what he did was he got a bunch of balloons, and every like cool thing that he did, including like a reservation to Victoria and Albert's. He wrote that on a balloon. And so he put all these balloons with all these cool things written on them in a box, closes up the box, and he put it kind of like on this table right here that we're sitting on. And then he had like Bluetooth was new to me at this time. And so, because this is years and years ago. And so he synced up When You Wish Upon a Star to play on our overhead sound system.
When the box
opened.
So what he didn't know is the box I told him was a lamp. We finally got a lamp that we've been waiting to come and deliver. So he's
like, the lamp's here. Great.
So he's taking his sweet time around the house, and he's like, "I'll open up the lamp. Don't worry." I'm like,
I'll get it.
I had a camera set up like on this bookshelf just to be able to view the whole thing, right? Yeah. And then he finally comes downstairs, and then he opens up the box. I time the music come on.
So these balloons open up, and like the music starts playing. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? It like totally scared me. And I look, and I quickly I was like, okay, one balloon said like, you're staying at Disney's Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
You're going to dinner at Victoria and Albert's and stuff. And so I'm like piecing this all together, and then I hear the music. I'm like, is there somebody here?
He just cannot enjoy a surprise. He just cannot do it.
Can't.
Everything is like,
oh yeah. I thought our friend Allison was. I'm like, did you have Allison come all this way out here to turn on the music when I opened this box?
I don't know why I dote on you. I don't know why I try to do these fun things. I don't know why I try to just like do these awesome things, because it just blows up in my face all the time. Anxiety. It just blows up in my face. It would be better off if I just said, hey, let's go to Disney World. Let's plan this out.
I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Versus like, again, this was our first thing. I was like literally like just all these amazing things. Victoria and Albert's, Brown Derby, Grand Floridian, all these things. And the first thing is like, who's in our house?
Is there somebody here?
No, you could just say like, maybe just like, oh, this is so awesome. Who's in our house?
I could say that, yeah.
You never would. Which I don't think we can show that video because you made some like funny noises. That's so funny.
Oh boy. Good times.
It is good times.
It is.
Even though
you gotta laugh, yeah. We have a lot of memories that make us laugh, and
oh my gosh.
The Christmas calendar is such a great idea that you did last year. I agree. Steve hates it.
Yeah, we are overscheduled. We are so overscheduled, and inevitably you drop things off, and then
he calls it the aggressive holiday calendar.
Talk about anxiety.
We kind of missed it last year. Like we kind of got behind, and then I was like, oh my gosh, we forgot to like watch these last 7 movies. So then it immediately becomes a thing where we have to
they said they failed too.
Race. We have to race to watch all these movies.
They would do a marathon. Oh man. I keep on trying to tell Mike we need to up our Christmas card idea like we did last year. He's like, no, I can't commit to creative things. That would be
such a thing if we did that.
You can't commit to creativity every year?
No.
Oh gosh.
So if you missed it, our Christmas card last year, Steve had this like great idea. He was like, because we always get so many comments that like Caleb reminds everybody of Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Yeah.
Even my mom has said that. And when we watch the movie, like it's not so much like he looks like Macaulay Culkin. It's just some of the things that's like, oh my gosh, that's so Caleb. But so Steve thought it would be fun. Oh, here we go. To recreate the VHS poster, actually I think it's the movie poster of the movie for our Christmas card. And so, oh yeah. Well, you got to do this. This is what all the influencers do. You got to put your hand behind it.
So there is us in the window. So there's me, there's Mike, and of course, Caleb. Adorable, right?
Yeah. And it was a huge hit. It was a big thing. But I was like, how do you top that? Like, and so Steve wants to make the challenge every year is our Christmas card has to be up to this caliber every single year. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Like I can't even think about what we would do next year. This is the back part of it.
Santa.
Caleb meeting Santa.
But you're the creative person.
I don't think I'm that creative. I can't top this.
He's a creative person, but yet I'm the one that typically executes on these things.
Yeah, you are.
He starts out with the idea.
I think of the idea. I'm like, oh, you know what? That'd be really cool. But I'm like, oh, that'd be a lot of work.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the engineering mind to be able to like really like. He gets the idea, and then it's just like,
there's the idea.
idea.
You know what the best thing we ever did though?
What?
Starting this channel. And I was like, you know what we should do? We were sitting on the couch and I was like, we should start a channel. We could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because you were out of town and I made the first video. And so I actually took action. I took initiative in that one moment.
And let me tell you, every time he has to go and edit a video, he wants to shut the channel down. Just like the baking business. So please give him as much encouragement as you possibly can to not shutter the channel.
I'm like, we're taking the holidays off.
It's like, people don't even like us.
We're gonna treat. I've actually said this before. I'm like, we're gonna treat this like a TV show. Like we're gonna do seasons. We're gonna do like, I don't know, September through November, and then we're done.
Again, the second anything is good, like shut it all down.
It's just, I don't know. I've said this already in this live, but we always in our videos, we're like, oh, it's been so busy. There's been so much going on. Steven, wow, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Do you have a question?
Hope you're having a good day.
I'm sorry, I didn't come through with a question. So if you have a question, feel free to message us.
You came through with the dancing emoji.
I like
so
it.
We can dance.
Yeah.
Is anybody counting how many times?
I filled up twice.
Oh, okay. I think I've done more than that.
It's okay. Nobody's counting. I am.
Hey, I'm sure you are.
Not at all. I don't care. We have another bottle. But we are also coming up to a regular runtime movie right now. So
yeah. I told Steve, I was like, we'll do this for a couple hours and then we got to get to other things in our day as well.
Yeah, I have a plan.
You do?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm going to surprise you.
No. I don't want to be surprised.
Yeah, I have a plan.
You know what's funny though? You know who also doesn't like being surprised? Yeah. So I have a, what do you call it?
You've imparted it. You imprinted it on him.
We would all be heartbroken if we're not going to shut this down. I just say that.
He likes to be sensational.
I do. I like to be outrageous and like I want some validation from him.
He's constantly like just trying he wants to get a rise out of me. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a reaction out of me, knowing that you're just like, I'm so stressed out right now. Like, okay.
Do you want to ask why I'm stressed?
I have to admit, I don't play into your emotions.
You do, and
well.
it pisses me off.
I don't play. Like when I know he's going to have his moment. Like he's going to have his tirade, whatever it is, and I just sit back. I don't pour fuel on the fire.
Right.
But because I just let you have your moment, I let you just go through your thing.
Sometimes you want like the champion in the corner, though.
I am the champion in the corner.
Yeah, I guess.
I am. I'm not the one that's continuing to add to the.
You ever have that situation
argument
where you're at work and something bad happens and you're just like really upset about it?
Wow.
Bingo.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Holy moly.
All right. So Bingo and Steven are friends, and we appreciate you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, there you go, Les Elliott.
Yeah.
Guess we're doing that.
We will dedicate that video to you.
You took us to Les Elliott. We appreciate you.
What were we talking about?
That you want someone in your corner when you're throwing a fit.
Oh yeah. You know how like when you're at work and you have like a really bad day or something happens, and do you have the friend that like tries to talk like, oh, but it's okay because blah blah blah, and you're like, this is not what
They're trying to talk you
right
down,
now.
Like trying to talk you down, or trying to
maybe play devil's advocate, or something. But then you've also got maybe that friend who is like, I'm right there with you. That's the friend I want.
I don't do any of those.
You don't.
Because sometimes you're being ridiculous, and I know that you just need to get the frustration out.
Yeah.
And I let the frustration out, and then I come back and say, "You good now?"
Or don't say that.
I mean, sometimes I definitely poke the bear. There's no doubt about that. I know the button suppress. You know the button suppress.
You want to edit this video?
Like, no. I don't know why it's so hard. I don't know why it's so difficult for you. I edit my own reels on Instagram. I don't know what's so hard about this.
All right, we've missed a lot of questions, you guys.
All right, sorry.
All
right, so you're saying don't shut down the channel.
We're not going to shut it down. We're not going to shut it down.
So one thing I do have to, so I have a question out to all you. So the other thing we mentioned this in the past, a regular vlog does take editing. It does take Mike in his office to be able to go through, put everything together, put music towards it, do all the clips, cut out all of his nervous tics, the words he says over and over and over and over and over and over.
So today we are at the Riviera. Today we are at the Riviera.
Was that a Miss Piggy?
Or actually, a lot of it is like, today we are. Where are we? Where are we?
Where am I?
We're Animal Kingdom. Today we are at the Animal Kingdom.
So it does require work, right?
Yeah.
But a live requires no editing.
Yeah, you get to see the unfiltered.
But the benefit is, at the end of it, we're done.
That is true. And that's actually one of the reasons why we did this, because we missed this week. We didn't drop a video this week. There was a lot going on. We were so busy.
Mm-hmm.
But like with Steve traveling, it's kind of like, oh gosh, I hate, you guys, I hate dropping the videos where it's just me standing in the kitchen talking. Like, I hate those. But I know some of you like them, but you like the life updates and stuff like that. But yeah, so we didn't get a video this week. I was like, let's just go live.
Yeah, but
do that.
We've been doing good. I think the issue that we need to keep on checking ourselves in is it's okay if we record things on our cell phone.
Yeah.
Because we don't always have the big camera with us. So hello from Canada, Leslie. Thank you for watching.
Surprise plan, Mike breaks into a cold sweat, 100%.
Hey, look at the next one here. All right, so we want to say happy birthday to Eli. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Eli.
And wave to his little sister, Aura. Hi, Aura. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Eli.
Yes. Oh, just jumped ahead. Sorry, guys. What are your favorite flowers?
I like hydrangeas.
I don't really have one. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to say like
hydrangeas for me.
Yeah, probably.
We had hydrangeas in the bouquets at our wedding for our sisters.
Yeah,
and our mothers.
Yes, and then we had white roses as well.
I like that they're so full and they're bulby. Like they're very substantial. I don't know what that was about.
So Caleb's watching Big City Greens right now, which is a Disney Channel show.
It's kind of funny.
It is actually really funny. But there's the main character, his name's Cricket, and he's got the hairstyle that like I used to wear back in like 1983.
It used to be referred to as the butt crack hair.
Yeah, like this. And so Caleb wanted to do his hair like that to school the other day, and I was just like, okay, we can do it.
Let him do it.
I let him do it.
Yeah.
He's like, I love it. It looks good. I'm like, yeah.
That's cute. Come on. All right, let's see.
Has Caleb picked out his Halloween costume yet? So, funny story. We were at Spirit Halloween, and we vlogged it. So that'll be the video that comes out next. And it was a bad one. It was a bad Spirit.
It was
Halloween.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have, and I'll mention it in the video. We have a Spirit Halloween store just down the street, and it's tiny. It is so small. I think it was like a cell phone store at one point.
Where's this one at?
The one right by Target.
It used to be High Health. Yes.
Yeah, it's a tiny little spot. I was like, there's like nothing in here. Like, what's the point? And then so we went to a different one yesterday, but it was small also. It wasn't nearly as small as the other one, but there is a big Spirit Halloween that we want to go to.
Yeah.
So we'll check that one out. But yeah, we vlogged it, but it was kind of disappointing. You'll see the video if you watch it. And I was trying to ask Caleb, I was like, hey, what do you want to do for Halloween? What do you want to be? And he's very undecided.
What if he is Cricket? That'd be kind of cute.
That'd be cute.
All you need overalls and do the hair. Right?
Yeah.
He could be Cricket. I don't know if I'm sure people will get that.
Yeah. It's on Disney. It's on Disney Plus. Just Big City Greens. It's actually really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So the reason why we want to go Spirit, we talked about this earlier. They typically have a decent amount of Haunted Mansion themed decor. This place had no home decor.
There's one Hocus Pocus thing, no Haunted Mansion, but everything was Beetlejuice, which makes sense because the movie just came out.
Saw Beetlejuice and Wednesday.
Yeah, Beetlejuice and Wednesday. By the way, I kind of want to see that. Beetlejuice. Has anyone seen it?
Don't say the third time. Don't say the third time.
Yeah. Don't spoil it, but did anybody see it? Do you recommend it?
I think we'll see it just for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah.
Just returned from Magic Kingdom. My friend and I spent the whole time pointing out fire alarms. Love it.
You gotta know where those fire alarms are.
Exactly. Sometimes leave those take 2s or 3s in. Honestly, my favorite videos are the bloopers.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to laugh at yourself sometimes. I mean, you like to laugh at yourself after the fact, not in the moment, but...
You know what's funny? So we put out that one blooper video and everybody wants a second one, but I am if it's not funny, I'm not going to put it out because there's nothing worse than someone putting out a blooper reel and it's not funny. We have so many bloopers that take place on these stairs here. I can't point. Where are they? Right there. But we don't have a camera position there.
Your hands
sorry.
Let's use a hand.
But Caleb just face planted down those stairs the other day. We were like playing with his like airplane things.
Oh, we did.
And it was like, I was like, I thought he like maybe chipped his teeth or something. He was fine.
And then the first thing is Mike goes.
But I was like panic. I mean, you go through the initial panic. You're like, oh shoot. I was gonna say something. Good. So I pick him up and he was okay. And I'm like, all right. Whew. All right, let me go check the video. You can't see anything.
We got to remember to position our cameras. So we have Nest security cameras all throughout the house. That has been the number one source of all
that's where we
fail videos,
bloopers. Okay, so we have got just a few more minutes at this point because we are reaching the 2-hour mark, and I told Steve that was what we were going to do.
I honestly thought that was a little bit long, but.
We have fun. We've
been doing good.
I mean, it takes a while for like the drinks to kick in, and then we're all like, woo, loosey-goosey.
Oh, wow. They have an old Toys R Us store that is their Spirit Halloween.
That's what I'm going to say. There's an old, okay.
You were excited about Toys
R Us.
I
was excited about Toys R Us.
I think Toys R Us still exists in Canada.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have a couple Canadians in here, so if you can confirm, I think they have one in Toronto, but I think they've survived there, or they re-kicked off the brand again there. Hello from Kentucky.
Wasn't Mike a big theater person at one point? Did you ever see traveling Broadway shows when they come to Arizona or get to NYC? So yeah, I used to be really into Broadway when I was younger. Not so much now, but whenever we go to New York, we see some shows. And you were just listening to one of our favorite cast albums the other day. Mm-hmm. We were listening to The Great Comet, which has got Josh Groban. And Josh Groban's like my favorite singer. And that's a great one. We love that one.
He's not your favorite singer. He's one of your...
He's like my favorite singer who like has a really great voice.
He's got an operatic voice.
Yeah. Like my favorite like music person, Madonna. But I can be honest, she doesn't have like the greatest voice. You know?
Yeah.
But I used to, when Caleb was really little, I used to lip sync for him.
Oh my gosh, I remember this.
And I was like, Caleb thinks my voice really sounds like
seriously. I totally remember that.
Caleb would look at me with these like big eyes,
adoring eyes, like, "Oh my goodness,
Daddy, when you hit that note, it was so good." And then one day he knew it was me.
All right, Jill confirmed the Beetlejuice was good, so that's good.
All right, good.
Okay, we have a question here. Where should they dine on their anniversary at Walt Disney World?
Where should you dine? And it's
25th anniversary.
25th anniversary. It's where we honeymooned. Any suggestions for an anniversary dinner? Well, I really love Topolino's Terrace. They have very, very good food. I think maybe if you want to try something different, maybe change up the ambiance, I really like Monsieur Paul. That's fun, which is in the France Pavilion above Le Chef de France.
Yeah, it depends on like how big you want to go. If you're going to go big, Victoria and Albert's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that you cannot be disappointed with that. I mean, you can. I can. Like, everybody has their own.
Some people, we've seen the vlogs.
Yeah. We have never been disappointed with Victoria and Albert's. So if you get into that, that's chef's kiss right there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all the other ones that Mike recommending definitely are other good options.
Yeah.
There's a new water bottle on Shop Disney, on a Mansion one. I'll have to check that out.
Oh.
So this is funny. So someone in the UK said that we do Halloween much bigger than anybody else. So I used to have a boss that lived in Amsterdam, and he would say, you guys are commercial holiday people. Like, it's not that big globally.
Really?
Yeah, people don't do as much with like Halloween, even Christmas is a little bit lighter. Like we do holidays big in the States, and it's a commercialization of it. Having said that, I love it. Yeah. I love like having a huge big party with that. It's fun.
Yeah. Have you had the kitchen sink at Beaches and Cream? So we have. And you know what's so funny? I was thinking about this the other day because I saw a reservation pop up because Caleb has never done the kitchen sink where they do the lights and it's a whole thing, right? And when we were at that time where before we had a kid and we were trying it out, we're like, hey, let's take my sister's kids to Disney World and see how this goes. We would always go to Beaches and Cream and get that big sundae. That was always like the big thing because I knew they were just gonna be blown away. But that was going with kids who weren't my own.
Right.
And now it's like, I'm like, oh, that's so much ice cream. That's so much sugar.
He's going to get sick. Also, the age of the kids that we did take, they were at least 10 plus.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
true. They were older.
It wasn't going to like wreck their entire day, right? So, so hi, Herschel. And they also went and saw Beetlejuice as well. They loved it.
Very cool. I see Mr. Moros. This is one of the videos I was talking about. Victoria Malwards, they loved it, but they had to go to McDonald's afterwards because they were still hungry. I saw that too, and I did not get that. I was like, I am like rolling out of there.
It's plenty of food.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of going to Salem, Massachusetts for Halloween?
That'd be fun. I've driven through Salem, Massachusetts. So also, you know, they also playfully dressed up for that video.
Well, we don't need to.
They playfully dressed up. Like they definitely went over the top on that one. Yes.
We'll just say that.
We're done.
We're done.
So we do know that there's Toys R Us and Macy's, right? So they have that department there.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the standalone stores are still in Canada.
Okay.
Oh, someone. Oh, no. All right. They live one town over in Salem. Oh, I have to imagine it's crazy during this time. Hocus Pocus is always a great movie as well.
Yeah. I love like getting ready. Oh, okay, I'm done.
What?
I'm done. Words aren't coming out right.
I like getting ready. Cool. We like to get ready too.
What? I said I'm done.
Whatever. We're good. Oh boy. Well, I think we're wrapping up here.
Yeah, we are wrapping up. I think we're gonna. So what's the plan? Are you gonna tell me or not?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm thinking swim day.
No.
Oh really? Okay.
If we do swim day, there's plenty of time to still do that. It's only noon right now.
Okay.
So I have a plan. You're gonna like it. It's gonna be a surprise.
I'm sweating.
It's something that you will definitely like. So don't you worry.
Okay. Good. So I guess we're gonna do something fun. Are we gonna vlog it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll vlog it. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a good question. Good question, NDOT. Okay. So we went to lunch yesterday. You guys will see this as well on the vlog. But they had already decorated for Halloween.
Yes.
And it is September 8th.
I was like, oh, is it really?
So when is it appropriate to start decorating for Halloween? For me, maybe October 1st is when we would do it.
Right.
But having said that, we're going to be on our trip.
Right. So we have, even before now, we've always had a lot of Haunted Mansion, kind of like Disneyana kind of stuff out in our front yard. And I was always like nervous that someone was going to steal it. So I would always try to be like, let's just decorate the last minute. Yeah. And so I would think I would decorate maybe like October 15th and then just keep my fingers crossed for those next 2 weeks. Hopefully nobody would steal our stuff. But, you know, we've had those since like, 2007? And
we've had those for a long time. So they're light up tombstones with Ezra and...
is it not Phineas? Is it Phineas?
I think it might be Phineas. Yeah, Ezra and Phineas are glow up faces on the tombstone.
Yeah.
But like they don't make those things anymore.
Right.
So like, and that's like another thing. Like you go on eBay, you could see these things in like hundreds of dollars. So there's no way we can replace these things. So we're a little bit nervous about that stuff. But yeah, I think October 1st is our target date. So I don't think we do it earlier than that.
Yeah. So, but we'll definitely vlog it because those are the vlogs I really like going back and watching just from like a family perspective. I like watching Caleb growing up and decorating for the holidays is always a fun video that I like to revisit.
Yeah. And I see how someone starts loosely decorating July 5th and then they ramp it up from there. our summer is packed full of birthdays. So
Yeah,
it's always like it goes from 4th of July to August is birthday month. You have Caleb, Mike, Skylar, and plus your whole family has a ton of birthdays as well. So we don't really get into the fall season here because it's hot. It's still like today it's going to be 108 degrees.
Yeah.
So we're still definitely in the 100-degree weather. It's not quite fall yet. Like people are getting pumpkin spice lattes and I'm like,
a little too early for us.
I think it's a little early, but
we're still doing swim days.
Yeah, we went swimming yesterday, so we'll probably go swimming today too.
So we are.
That's not the surprise. That's not the surprise.
He slipped.
No, it's not. Listen, the surprise is nothing. We're going to a new place for lunch, and then we're going to go to a store that you love.
A new place?
Yeah. This person, I swear to God.
I hate trying new things.
You're horrible. All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Again, the next vlog you guys are going to see, it's going to be part of us like actually doing some like looking
it's just kind of like
decorations.
hanging out with us for the weekend.
It's like a kitchen sink kind of a
little
vlog,
bit,
right?
yeah.
So, but we're going to try to do better. We always say this. We're going to try to do better and make sure we're still hitting those regular weekly vlogs. But life has a way of getting in the way, right? But we're okay with that. Sorry, there's a toilet just flushed in the back. We see a toilet and running back and forth. I'm like, But yeah, we appreciate you all. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. Whether it's nighttime, daytime, morning time still. Oh, it's afternoon for us as well. Mm-hmm. We hope you guys had a great weekend. Yes. And with that, from our Magic Family, yours, enjoy.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, hey. Perfect timing, man. You want to say goodbye to everybody? We're ending it.
Bye.
Is everything okay in there?
Like we set up the game right there.
Oh, yes.
Yes, let's play some concentration. You want to play some concentration? Let's do it. All right.
All of us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Daddy, can I taste